Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thursday night with Lords of Verathis. I'm Matt, your ever-present DM, whether I seem like it or not. This is the crew. Over here, we start with Ian. Ian, who are you playing? And tell us about him.
I'm playing Noxus or Backseat Ranger.
Okay. And, across the table, we have Alex, working into a bag of chips. Alex, who do you play and what does he do?
I play Chiron. He's a necromancer and a human.
Terrific.
A whole month.
We're gonna swap on back to the other side of the table to that gloriously bearded individual beside Ian. Tomas.
Oh.
Tomas, who are you playing? What do they do?
I am playing Rover Cilantro. He's a dragonborn nobleman. And he's a fighter and he's awesome.
Fucking A, he is. Across the way over there are single female, but not single female. Single but not single female. Which we appreciate so much. You make us seem like a lot less nerdy than we actually are. Thank you. We appreciate your presence. We have Deneb. Deneb, who are you controlling and what do they do?
I'm controlling Lena Jakaran. She's a half-elf ranger and also Aurora. She's a,
Oh, yeah. Aurora, we're not going to worry about Aurora.
Oh.
Aurora's not in the game right now. She's gone. As she is gone for 6 weeks.
She's running around the city being a demon.
Yeah.
For 6 weeks.
Things.
For 6 weeks.
In real life and in games.
She likes to do demon things with her friends.
Pull my finger.
Alright, so we're gonna swap on over to the other side of the table. The closest to the camera with Dane. Dane, who you playing and what do they do?
I'm playing Darius Elrid. I'm a party's cleric, as well as Sneaky Sneakster. Because I believe we can all sneaky sneak.
What's your race?
Furbog.
And last but certainly not least, we have on the far corner of the table, coming in after a long day of school, Eric. Eric, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah. So I play the half-orc paladin of Oath of Conquest, Basilic Xeno, who worships none other than Bane.
Bane, the god of war.
So yeah, here to fuck things up.
Lawful evil. I love it. All right, so sorry I'm texting. I know I'm not a. I know I yelled at people for doing this, but I'm just letting everybody know. I'm getting the word out. Okay. So, when last we met, we were with the party. Half of them had split from the remaining crew and left the confines of Mirkmire Cove, heading north on a bounty. Along the way, they managed to find some tracks, which led off in the direction of where the bounty had referred to as a place rife with disappearances. The party was to find the source of said disappearances, and if it was malicious, they were to terminate it. But if it wasn't malicious, they were going to have to report it to the local constabulary. Constabulary. I still have trouble with that word. Even when it's not 3 in the morning. They came upon some tracks which seemed ursine in nature.
That's a
and
bear.
led off.
In
It is a
Latin,
bear.
Actually, kind of.
And led off in the direction of where they needed to investigate, but it also split, heading off down to the right upon one of the many farming terraces that rise above Mirkmire Cove in the lowlands of Verathis. They entered the town, which appeared to be deserted and filled with mist. It was at this point that sorry, I just got a text message that was rather humorous. It was at this point that Darius proceeded off to tie off some horses and realized that all the trees in the town happened to be dead as well. Specifically, all the trees that surrounded the farmstead with which the party had come upon.
Dios mío. Brujería.
As he returned to the party, he suggested that they burn the entire town down for shits and gigs. To which Rogar Cilantro kind of argued back, but at the end everybody kind of agreed that perhaps burning the town down was a good idea. And they lit their torches and proceeded forth. So, it is at this point that I'm going to call tonight's game. Thanks for coming out, guys. It's been a real pleasure. Not a single laugh among any of you. That's the worst part about this whole thing. But anyways.
I was a little distraught. I was like, no!
Sorry, guys. I got an early bedtime this evening.
Night-night.
So, yeah. So, you guys... and by the way, who is it? Is Basilic... Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Alina, Darius, Rogar, and Nox, correct? Are there any... I don't think there are any others. It's just the four of you.
Sounds decent.
So... it is at this point that, yeah, what are you guys doing? Hold on, let me switch the teams.
You're drinking your own urine?
You guys don't?
I think
No, it's sparkling apple juice.
Because it's sterile and I like the taste.
It is sterile and I do like the taste, but it's not urine. It's far too carbonated for my own urine. Or is it? I don't know, I drink a lot of beer. Here, why don't we switch to... Oops, don't open my programming
20
package.
singles, oh my.
What?
Which one?
In here.
Oh.
20 singles.
Oh, for you. Singles.
Look. She's playing bachata.
What if she's playing Spanish guitar? That'd be fun.
Maybe. Whatever she's playing, she's having a fucking time. Unlike her.
She's playing.
She's like standing in a corner like, wait.
She's playing La Malagueña.
Oh no.
Is this a different book?
No.
Hey, this is my beard. I feel like it's different.
No.
Oh, by the way, Constant Toast is in the room. Constant Toast is Ryan from Sunday night's War Gods Hold.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi.
Hey, Ryan. Thanks for joining us. Okay. So you all are proceeding into the town. Turn your goddamn phone on. You're proceeding into the town, torches lit.
Oh, yeah.
What are you guys doing now?
What are you guys doing?
This one kind of wants to loot before we torch.
That's a good idea.
I think we should at the very least inspect the surrounding environments. We should do it together though.
Agreed.
Why the sudden change of heart?
I just don't think splitting up is the wisest idea.
Agreed. I want the big one. House, that is.
Oh, you want to start with the big house? Okay.
She's mighty, mighty. She lets it all hang out. The big house.
All right, hold on. Hold on. I've got something for this.
Oh, yeah.
Nox, you take 14 points of psychic damage
What the F?
for that horrible joke you've just made.
Wait, does he really?
I rolled 2 d10s.
Oh my god.
I don't have a saving throw.
Nope. Your saving throw was the filter on your mouth to not make the joke at the first
She's the
place.
bridge. Ouch. She's by the magnet.
Knocks in the corner like.
As he begins,
"Worth
as he begins to sing, a brick flies through the air and smacks him in the noggin.
Mark.
And as you look into the open, there is nothing there.
Just like in Home Alone 2. I watched it.
All right. So,
Well, that sucks.
Leaving is always leaving is not an option.
So let me just get this straight. I'm like, out of my nose starts bleeding like hell, and you guys are just looking at me like I'm nothing.
I'm not there.
Yeah, neither am I.
it's not a tumor.
The theme from Ghost Town and Pokemon Ghost Town.
So we're going to the big house.
Yeah, so let's start approaching the big house.
Just don't say anything.
Okay.
Is there a big house?
Roll perception checks.
I got 18.
I got a 5.
I got an unnatural 20.
24.
Okay. There are no big houses in this town.
No.
Yeah, they're all the same.
They're all like small farmhouses. However, there is one house within the square of the town. Because you guys were in the square, right? When you started lighting the torches.
Yes.
Yeah, might as well.
Maybe not.
Ooh.
I think we will.
Ooh.
I think we were at like the edge of the town.
Yeah.
We noticed that the town was deserted,
And we're
and
deciding to burn that shit down.
we know we're looking for something that's probably hiding, so we're gonna remove what's hiding it.
Okay, you do notice that within the center of this town, there is one building. Particularly Lena, and then Darius, what did you roll?
24.
24, yeah. Darius and Lena. That appears to be a little bit more built up than the others. It does have some brick inlay to it. And like the roof is like slate. It's like it's a lot nicer than the rest. And it does have a second story. However, it's not big by any means. So that's what you notice.
Are the rest of the houses here basically ruins?
The rest of the houses here are, well, you're able to ascertain that they're not dilapidated, as in like they've been neglected for a long time. They've probably, I mean, you're able to ascertain that people have been living here recently.
Okay, recent, like they missed a season.
You're gonna have to roll an investigation check to determine that kind of thing.
That one.
You don't know nothing.
Dumber.
Yeah, you immediately like,
It's
yo,
hard.
like, the people in this town probably sleep during the day. And because you immediately start, like, you see tracks all over the place, and you're like, there's people in this town, like, they live here, like, at all times. What have I been doing this whole fucking time? I'm gonna light a bunch of houses on fire full of people.
I don't think
So, you are convinced
Yeah, no. I don't
You are
think lighting these
convinced
houses on fire
of this.
is a good idea, guys. I think we're in some weird
What?
some
Sleep
some
during the day.
I want the
weird
loot
town where people sleep during the day.
It's a vampire.
Can we creep
I mean,
into like a
Let's
window?
burn them all up, say. They're vampires.
Can
Let's
we
go
check
check
out
out-
a house first and make sure there's not people like?
Which is
around?
still,
Well,
yeah.
we should go check out the.
You
nicest
should go and
house.
knock on the door.
Bring him here.
Okay, the rest of you roll investigation checks.
Bring garlic.
By the way, Constant Toast, in the campaign, they are just after, they're in a portion that's just after them getting the warehouse.
I rolled a 14.
Because he's ahead of you in the campaign, so he's like, yeah, they just got the warehouse, and now they're doing a bounty, on the side. A bounty that involves bears and the Timbermaw Peak. So I think you know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on.
You don't know.
No, but Constant Toast knows exactly what's going on. Specifically, Constant Toast. Nobody else.
So I roll a 19.
You rolled a 19. Okay, what'd the rest of you guys roll?
14.
14?
15.
14. So 19, 14, 15. And what were you trying? You were just gonna see if people are actually in the town.
Oh my gracious.
Holy moly! Why is it not repeating the song?
Villagers. Oh, that's a very good sword. You see how he dance?
Oh wait, I know what I need to do.
Valerian
Valerian steel event doesn't break.
It's made in China.
Ooh, never mind.
Chinese
Extend.
Valerians.
Chinese Valerians
Extend.
with their serpentine dragons. That have hair also.
Yeah, hells and stuff.
And mustache.
So,
Alright. So, you guys proceed through the town. You start knocking on doors. Eventually, you begin opening them and walking inside, holding your torches around to see inside the houses. As far as you can tell, people have been living here recently, but they are not here now.
Are we looting what we do?
You may, if you so desire. However, what you like, if you are going to loot, just bear in mind the fact that this is a poor farming village.
So we might find a broom and
Yeah.
a sack of potatoes.
Potatoes.
There's no like main house or like some kind of like.
Is there any other
well,
tracks
there's
besides
there's
human
the,
tracks?
the built-up house. We should go check out that built-up house.
Yeah.
You're the one who told us there were people here and lied.
I still think there are people here.
Well,
You think they're
they're not
sleeping during the
sleeping. Okay.
They don't have to sleep in their house. They can sleep wherever they want.
But we went around and be like, hey guys, anyone here?
I'm just saying.
With a torch in our hand, so they probably.
To the slate house. This one thing.
They're like, no, don't answer.
Maybe they all sleep in the slate house.
Constanto says to steal all of the grain.
Yeah, grain
Yeah,
costs
eh,
money.
I'm into that though, cause I have a I can sell that shit.
The spice company.
Oh man, I need to figure out how to fix this fucking
How much?
night
Do I have
shit.
I don't have a horse.
How much
I
is a
don't
pound of grain? Because we can hold up
One
to
silver.
500 pounds.
That's a lot of grain.
It's 500 pounds of grain.
One bite. Alright, so what are you guys gonna do?
Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
We're going up to the slate house.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. So you go up to the door. Are you gonna knock, or are you just gonna?
I'm gonna, just open that shit.
So you go to test the knob, and the door is locked.
Locked?
It is locked.
So, who's kicking the door down?
No, I want them to pick it.
Picking the locks.
Okay.
Okay.
Because, yeah, if we put the torches out, we know there's people there. We just go in and start scoping it out. Get in there sneaky like. We gotta.
You call me please.
Dragonborn with like torches.
Two torches.
For some reason, he needs torches. He can't just produce fire at his
Is
own.
there are people?
I don't want to use my
All right. So what you rolled a lockpicking check?
Might fire.
I help you.
Everything's
Come
fine.
on!
It's all good.
I just vacuumed.
It's okay. Tomas ate Fritos out of Ian's crotch.
It never touched the ground.
Delicious.
Flavor. Gelato.
Was not aware of that.
Oh, no.
Tomas was like, "I help you," and he just, what I saw was him reach into Ian's crotch.
Just sleight of hand?
No, lockpicking. So you roll, and basically you add your proficiency bonus because you're proficient with lockpicking tools.
To what? Oh. Oh, my proficiency bonus. I see.
Or wait,
Plus-
are you proficient with lockpicking
Yeah.
tools?
So it's a +3?
It's just whatever. It's with your proficiency bonus onto whatever you roll.
Oh, okay. There you go. 10.
So 10 total.
Yeah. That seems
As you
kinda
go
weak
up to the knob, you kind of like start fugging with it a little bit, but you're like, you feel a click, and as you pull your lockpicking tools out, one of your lockpicks is broken.
Oh, I knocked down the door.
Can I climb through a window stealthily?
All of the windows appear to be closed.
Just knock down the door.
Huh?
Punch that. Just punch the door.
Punch
There
it.
are people in there.
Well, why are they locked up? No, we're gonna save them.
Okay, finally.
I'm gonna put my torch to the building.
Wait, you haven't even gone inside yet?
Yeah.
What
They're
if
gonna
there's
come to
stuff
us
in
now.
there?
Where are you gonna put it to?
No, but then we lose
Is it-
everything that might
is
be
it-
in there.
So the whole building is pretty much entirely just brick.
Oh, it's a brick house.
Yeah.
It's a slate house. It's mighty mighty.
It's brick. It's brick with a slate roof,
Okay.
and it's like 2 stories.
Well, why don't you just kick it in?
Yeah, might as well just get the door in. I'm gonna still follow through with my action and just hold the torch to the brick though. Just in case.
Oh yeah, by the way, Troubadour 99. That's Truman from our Sunday stream. What's up,
Hello,
Truman?
Hello, Truman.
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 So it was okay. We knocked the door down with a flying kick.
All
I
right.
had to shove the door.
So cilantro, you're just gonna buck the door down.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Okay, roll an athletics check to try to bust the door down.
Oh no. Like, where's it? Oh.
Excuse me.
Ow. I roll a 5 plus 5. That's 10, right? Yeah, 10.
Yeah, 10.
10.
Yeah, please just walk away from this house.
As you go up to the house, you just you slam your shoulder into it, and like you just immediately get jarred the fuck out by that, and you turn around and you're like
I'm okay.
no, the door is impenetrable.
Yeah, it's a very mighty.
This is bullshit.
It's a very mighty door. This one. Just burn the shit out of it.
Yeah. So you
Well, we could all take turns trying to knock this door down.
Ooh, can I use my crowbar?
But then if she,
Yes.
I don't know.
you can make an athletics check with Are you proficient in athletics?
Yes.
Okay. You can go ahead and roll an athletics check to try to pry the door open with the crowbar.
Please open this.
High rollers, no losers.
20.
Is that a natural 20?
Yeah.
Aurora just like shoves like Rogar out of the way. Lena, I'm so sorry. Even the fucking character names are mixing up.
Even in D&D, they get their names.
Oh my god.
this is crazy.
So
You're bound to get
Lena walks up to Rogar and just sort of pushes him out of the way, and you rip your crowbar out of your backpack and just pop it in the door and just.
You also,
And it
I'm
just
going to
like
show
pops open, and you just fucking kick that shit open, and you have your bow ready to go and everything as you step into the house.
What a beast.
Wow. I
Yay.
lost my balls. There.
Like
It's
my one toothpick.
It's well done. I lose it.
It's like I'm just watching the boys do it.
It was like,
Okay.
So yeah.
No hard stuff.
What are you guys doing? Are you all proceeding into the house?
Yeah, we're looking room by room.
All right, so you all walk into the house behind Lena, and as you do, you see as like standing exactly opposite her, as she has her bow drawn with an arrow nocked,
Shoot.
aiming towards a set of stairs directly across from the doorway. A bunch of piles of grain and foodstuffs piled up around this stairwell, and you see an individual with a bow just pointing it directly at Lena. And he sneezes loudly.
Is that person alive? Well, shoot first. All I have to say.
I'll shoot.
So what's going on, buddy? What you
And he's just
doing?
looking at you like terrified, and he's like,
You
"Out, no, or I'll fire upon you."
You could probably put that down since, even if you stick one of us, we're still gonna get you.
He's like, oh no. He's like, I'm not falling for that. And he looks down, and you see, I need you guys to roll a perception check.
Perfect timing.
Jesus Christ.
21.
Got a 9.
As he looks down, you see
24.
directly,
I'll just see everything.
like, below him, stacks of small barrels, each one with a rope coming out of it, and the ropes all converge.
He's gonna blow this place up.
I'm gonna run.
He's like, get your fucking furry arses out of here, or I'll blow this place to smithereens. You included, right now.
You should distract him while I shoot him.
Yeah, can I take a cheap shot at him? Between them all?
We can try to negotiate. Be like, we mean you no harm.
You can try to shoot him if you
Either
want.
like persuade him to
Or you
put
can shoot
the
him in
arrow
the
down and
cross eye just right
get
here.
him when he's like not.
We're really not here to harass you in that way. We're actually just trying to find out information about what happened to the town.
He turns the bow into the torch next to him and turns it down towards the fuse. And he's like, if you want to talk, we'll talk. But I make the terms. He's like, you want to know what happened to the people here? He's like, they were taken up to that bloody mountain.
Up to the mountain by?
By them things, them furry things. Those big fucking furry things.
Well, that's kind of what we're here for, is to fix that problem.
Is it now?
Yeah.
You have any sort of correspondence, any official papers, anything to let me know you're on business?
Hey guys, did one of you grab a copy of that bounty
I think I
poster?
did.
You did?
Mhm.
All right. What are you gonna do?
Well, we have a
I put it in my
poster.
arrow.
No.
It's right there.
Really? You're like,
No, I handed down the line so they can hand it to him. To Lena, who's the closest to him.
All right. So, do you put your bow and arrow away, or are you still?
Why can't you pass it at him and he'll be like, we have this.
Okay.
Yeah,
His eyes are wide. He's just fucking.
we have this.
I can't fucking read that from that far away.
Jesus Christ.
If I come forward, you're not going to get all twitchier.
That guy is high on
I'm
something.
just tweaked out.
His eyes are like bloodshot, and he's just like.
Okay.
There's dark circles under his eyes.
Like, it's obvious he hasn't slept in days. Alright, I'm coming
Alright.
forward. Come forward to...
And you make any funny moves, I swear to God, I'll blow this place to smithereens. Right here, right now. Alright, you
Yeah.
proceed up to the sandbags. Or the bags of grain and food. And, he looks at it. Alright, that proves you've been to Mirkmire. Well, how do I know you're not one of them?
We're in that area.
You're
Dude.
not furry.
Excuse me. I'm a Dragonborn.
Speak for yourself.
Because if we
Oh.
were, if we were, we would have killed
They
you by
can
now.
disguise themselves as one of us.
Okay. Bye.
If we were out to get you and we knew there was a potential setup for this kind of situation, do you think we'd have like 4 of us in this room right now?
I don't know how stupid you fucks might be.
I guarantee you no one's that stupid.
You haven't been in Mirkmire all very long, obviously.
We lived there for the past 6 years.
I'm a Lord Rogar Cilantro. You may be heard of me. Hello. I'm a lord.
I'm a lord.
Now we got
Both of you, I need you to roll persuasion checks.
I love that.
I have 20. Yeah, that's it. I'm rolling.
Yeah, that's
My
one.
My lord rolled a nat
You-
20.
Put that bow down, boy. Come here and kiss my feet.
Oh god.
No, like,
Lord Rogar
down.
steps forward. He's like, "You! Put that bow down and come kiss my feet. I'm a nobleman of Mirkmire Cove." And as he does, as you point to him, your signet ring flashes in the sunlight, echoing from one of the windows. And at that point, he sees it. It flashes across his eyes. And he puts the bow down, and he stifles the flame of the arrow and puts it back in his quiver, and he just bows before you. He's like, "My lord, I didn't realize I was in the presence of nobility. My sincerest apologies." He continues to bow towards you.
and I'm thinking about it. I should let him shoot him in the like arm or something.
No.
No, okay. Maybe later.
Let's interrogate him.
Yeah, but it's okay, son. Get up. Tell us what happened here. He's my son.
I'm the last surviving member of the garrison here. The Mirkmire garrison. The whole town, they're gone. It all started like 2 weeks ago, I think. I don't even remember, I haven't slept in days. The townspeople just started disappearing. One by one. Oops.
Can you pass me the chips?
I fucked it up. I fucked up the music! Nobody listen! Nobody listen! Nobody listen!
Oh no, I wasn't in the mood. I was like, there, like stroking my Dragonborn beard, like.
You got popcorn?
He tried this in the back, like, just like licking the inside of his thigh. And,
Like his leg is like.
yeah, like.
That's how when I was hanging out with Andrea, Squeaker had he was
Alright. So,
just like
you, yeah. He at this point, you can see him, like, sitting on the stairs, like, physically relaxed, and you can just see how exhausted he is. He's just...
Finishing.
He's weak. Shoot him now.
Started with the outer farmsteads, along the border of the road. The westmost terraces, the westmost farms below the terrace. They just started disappearing.
the new class.
We assumed that it was individuals who had given up their plots to try to make a life for themselves somewhere else. But one by one, each farmstead heading further east along the road disappeared one by one in the night. We didn't know what to make of it at first. We sent word down south, but they told us to keep an eye on things, and if it got worse, to let them know. It was at this point when we got the letter back that the rest of the farmsteads had cut and run, or at least disappeared. To them it was cutting and running, but to us it was eerie. The fog just kept rolling in too, and it took over every one of the farmsteads along the way. It wasn't until that the fog reached the town that we started realizing that something here wasn't right. Took us about a day. I've already heard the screams. I didn't go up. I was told to stay behind and hold things down. The rest of the garrison, though, they stepped outside. And only 2 of them returned after that, out of the 5. They told us of these things, these furry things, moving through the mist. snatched each one of them as they went by. But then, later on, as they moved through the town, one of our comrades in arms, one of the snatched, had moved up out of the mist. I told him everything was alright, everything was set. The rest of the group that had been snatched had survived. I told him to follow them. And when they did end up following, they were ambushed, and only one survived. He came back and told me what happened, and insisted that the best course of action was to seek further aid for Mirkmire. And he disappeared. That was 3 days ago. And then you showed up. Gods be praised. I just about run out of legitimate foodstuffs, and I was dozing off before you clicked that door open. Or at least tried to click the door open. He drinks from a small water skin beside him.
What am I gonna ask you?
Now, my lord, I am relinquishing command of this garrison to you as a representative of Mirkmire Cove. And I'm at your disposal. However, I'm going to fucking take a rest for the time being.
That sounds good to me, but before you do that...
He's like, I'm sorry, I can't hear you, I'm too tired. And he proceeds up the stairs.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll wake him up. Oh, you wake him up with an arrow.
Lena fires an arrow, it thuds into the wall on the other side of him. He stops and he turns around. My apologies, my lord, you have my full attention. What would you like from me?
How many of these things would you say there are? You talk about many of them.
I don't know.
It's like
There's at least 4.
4 at least.
At the very least.
And everyone, you're saying a lot of people fought them or tried to fight them.
My garrison, the 5 other members, went out. One of them was taken. 4 of them were taken. Oh wait, no, pardon me. 3 of them were taken. 2 of them returned. They went back out and were led into an ambush. Then one survived, came back, and told me that these furry fucks, these big hulking beasts, they change. They watched their comrade change right in front of them before they were overtaken. So, like I said, it seems to me that the rest of the garrison is quite possibly something of these beasts. But there were others before the garrison went out. So consider it 4 plus gods know how many.
That's a lot of help. What direction is that?
Pardon me?
Direction?
What direction is what?
Like what? What's it like? West, north, south?
I'm out of character. What are you asking?
Like these people, you said they went
To a cave.
to like
No.
somewhere.
The garrison went into the town.
No, like they followed them and they got into an ambush.
No, the ambush was in the town.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well,
They said
It's
they
in
were
the
running
mountains.
to a cave.
No. They were disappearing, and they got close. As it got closer and closer, they followed him into another part of town and
and the
got
fog
ambushed.
follows this thing, right? Every time there's a fog, they show up.
It's just
No, my lord, the fog is persistent. It seems that where the fog is persistent, the disappearances occur.
You speak of the Ven. The Vendo.
I don't know that reference.
13th Warrior?
Oh, yeah.
You guys want to ask him anything else? Want to torture him?
He's just standing on the top of the steps, like his shoulders are slumped, his eyes are glazed, and he's just like...
It's the best not here.
Get him!
Still want to shoot him.
You're lawful evil.
Yeah, we already got everything we needed, right?
It's like, I knocked this arrow. I'm not gonna... I
Is
have
there
to look it.
anything else we need from him, though?
Not particularly.
His
We
bag
should
of
take
grain.
the grain.
Oh, we're definitely taking everything.
He's
Yeah,
not
alright.
gonna let us take anything if he's alive.
He's one.
My
He's
lord,
dying.
He's dying.
I'm obligated to inform you that the trade goods here before you are the collective property of the trade bosses and trade, or the collective property of the trade guild of Mirkmire Cove.
We're gonna still take it.
Yep, so we're gonna take it.
I'm also obligated to inform you that if you attempt to thieve any of these items, I have to report it.
Kill him.
However, before you kill me, which at this point I don't even really give a shit about, I'm also going to mention the fact that I could just say that any of the goods stolen might have just been taken in the raids by these furry creatures.
Yeah, we can kill him and say that. If anyone asks.
However, as you know, being a representative of the Cove, silence comes with a price.
Definitely kill him.
Yeah, let's kill him. Shoot him.
Well, I think we all need to rest.
I'm fine.
So, how about
We'll kill him.
we all rest
And then we take out.
and we negotiate a price when you wake up, or when we all wake up.
If all of us wake up. What if he runs away? No.
Well, it looked like he was going up to the barracks. You were going up to the barracks, right?
I was going upstairs to take a fucking nap.
Yeah.
Kill him in his sleep. Simple.
I can fucking hear you right now. You fucking know that, right?
I'll kill you right now.
I honestly,
This one gives no sense.
I
Can I actually take
honestly
a shot
don't.
at him?
I
I
honestly
mean, he
don't
already
think-
knows what we plan to do. He already say like, that's a trade deal. Like,
He
cares
turns
about it.
around and just starts walking up the steps.
Right when my arrow flies.
As you take your shot, he like drunken master stumbles out of the way and just, as he continues up the steps, he looks back at you and he's like, just like turns back around and just starts crawling up the banister.
What's in there anyway? Grain? That's it?
And explosives.
Good use of it.
I was just gonna blow the building up.
So,
We take the grain, we blow the building up. What happened to the grain? The grain went up in the explosion. How much grain is it? How much grain is it?
500 pounds?
It's more than just.
A quarter of a...
I love the special needs giggle followed by dropping a chip directly out of your mouth. Totally unintentional comedic form. It's my favorite. There's these sacks, and each one of the sacks is embossed with the Trade Guild logo of Mirkmire Cove, which at this point Darius and Rogar, and particularly Lena, because she was inside of the warehouse in Hillfjord and was examining the goods there. This is a very familiar insignia to you. As you cut open some of the sacks, you see that some of them are grain. Others appear to be vegetables. But of the sacks that make up this like little wall, probably about 4 of them contain grain, and they're probably about 15-pound bags.
it's stupid that we're wasting time on this, but all right, everybody, here's a bag of holding. Let's get this shit done.
Can I get some chippies, please? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
No.
I hate also that they made the only ones that they made to have 2 of each were the blue bags. So if you grab a sun chip, you think you might be getting a Doritos. By the way, guys, Dane. Thanks to Dane for getting us the Frito-Lay party pack.
Thank you, Dane.
Frito-Lay 2 Go classic mix of 20
Dane.
singles.
So that we don't both our bags. We don't have
Dying.
Your decision.
Oh, what the fuck happened to the music?
Fine.
Oh, it,
Do
okay.
something else.
It didn't sound like it was on.
First stuff.
Who's disarming the trap? I mean, who's disassembling the trap? Sorry.
This
You can
one.
use that explosives.
This one.
So yeah, he proceeds up the stairs, and so you, Lena, Nox, Darius, and Rogar are standing in front of these sacks. What are you guys doing?
I gave out a few bag of holdings. Told them
Yeah.
to start bagging everything up,
So
Fun?
we'll put as many bags as we can.
and then asked who was up for basically like disabling the trap, or
Who's
sorry,
gonna-
disassembling the trap.
Nox is gonna just.
Not just like do more effort.
Nox is gonna do it? Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Don't blow us up.
24.
24?
Yep.
Yeah, you walk over to the barrels and you expertly retract the fuses without causing any friction or anything that might jostle the barrels. You pull each fuse out of each barrel. You find little corks lying around the ground, and you just pop the corks in to each one of the barrels. There are currently 6 barrels. Each one is about 5 pounds.
Can
So
they-
30 pounds of explosives.
I would take enough
Can they,
to-
can they be stored?
Oh yeah.
Everything, and then we burn it.
Um, They're like small, like whiskey barrels
No.
full of black powder.
Yeah, take it.
All right.
And the fuse.
Though, so you're gonna take the collective fuse as well.
Oh yeah.
Are we
Oh,
leaving
yeah,
anything?
shit.
Are we leaving anything here to blow them up?
Does he even know? Well, he knows who you are. God damn.
Yeah, we need to kill him. He's one guy.
He's sleeping right now. We can
You
just
fucking
up
go
there
and
like,
eat his face
stab
off,
him.
and that's it.
He
Burn
did
it.
tell you he doesn't give a shit what you take.
Kill him.
He'll blame it on the things. He just wants a little something something for it.
No, I
Or
don't want
just-
to share.
Yeah, let's just have him asleep.
Just kill
Who
him.
wants to do it?
Can we put one of these kegs in front of his bedroom?
I
Alright.
still want
Lena, and you
I'll just sneak up there while he's sleeping and just like,
work him out for him. Like, hey,
no.
I kill you. Show me your heart. Like, this is your heart.
Cilantro.
Muere, muere.
I know what that means.
Die. Die.
So you really want to kill
Diablo.
him? We could just pay him off. Do you guys really want to kill him?
I want to kill him. I don't want any
We
loose
are
ends.
evil.
I
Give our pennies.
know we're evil. It doesn't
What
mean
good
we
is
have
it
to
gonna
kill
do
everything.
for us to like keep him alive?
I mean,
He
I
said he wants to die anyways.
Well, he said he doesn't give a shit. Right
I
now.
feel like he's a loose end.
Let's put one of the explosives.
So what are you
in front of
doing?
his door.
Yeah. Somebody make an action.
I want to put one of the explosives in front of his door.
Manu, why
You're
don't
gonna
we?
waste an explosive.
On his chest.
You
He's
got
been-
money left?
All right. You walk upstairs, and like the upper floor is just a series of bunk beds. It's like a massive area. Like the entire building is just open on the second floor, and it's just a bunch of bunk beds. And he's just tucked into one of the bunk beds, and he's like, "I'm gonna fucking hear you. Please don't kill me." let me have my sleep first.
How about you sleep forever?
You're like, how about you sleep forever?
Yeah.
I did a Scottish accent for that. I don't know why.
You got a lot of accents to keep track of, unfortunately. Here.
A quarter
Scots and Spaniards back in the day were pretty close. Back because England
Black
sucked.
hair, blue eyes.
They it's because they were Catholic. But
Yeah.
then at a certain point that wasn't true also. And
Yeah.
the Scots and the French were
That's right. Scots and the French.
because
William Wallace.
Mary Queen of
was
Scots was
free,
originally married
gunpowder costs
to
money.
the Marquis of France. And then he
So-
died.
What are you guys doing?
Do you really
I'm gonna go
wanna
stand
fuck?
out front of the building. That's what I'm gonna do.
Jairus just turns around and walks outside, leaving Lena and Rogar on the first floor, while Nox is upstairs with a barrel full of black powder and and he just like, I forgot the stealth.
Can I just like sneak up there, stop him, and then just like slit the dude's throat?
He'd see you.
You can literally walk up to him right now. And be
I
like,
literally
"This is
don't care.
happening."
I light it and I throw it towards him, and then run the fuck out of that place.
Okay. So when you say you light it, what are you lighting it with?
My flint and tinder. I put the.
All right,
diffuser
so you
inside,
just
I
put
the
it down and you just.
Yep.
Oh my
You're
god.
so extra for
And he just lifts his head up from the pillow and looks at you, and he's just like, "Fucking really? Fucking really?"
Do I have some torch fuel I can put on it?
No. Your torches went out.
Let this.
He's looking right at me.
You're taking too long. You're trying to start.
Okay, I'm gonna
Okay,
walk
so I'm
up to
distracting.
him,
Why
bury
don't
my
you see if
hammer
you can roll
in his
behind or sneak up behind him then?
Can I do that?
Hmm.
Just distract me with all that. Can I just like sneak in and then just like quickly?
All right. Roll a stealth check.
face. I'm gonna go up.
You have advantage on these ones.
Trips on the barrel.
That dude.
I got 10.
No, roll again because you have
Oh.
advantage on it.
Why does she have advantage?
Boots of Elvenkind.
Oh, she does have advantage.
Fancy boots.
I got 16.
16 total. You like pad up the other set of steps and get to the top of the floor. And he immediately turns to you and he's just like, "Fucking really?"
Alright. I'm gonna walk upstairs and just attack him with my warhammer and kill him.
So Rogar just like starts running up the steps,
But take
Pulls
so
out-
long.
pulls out his
I hope I don't
warhammer,
roll another one like
This is worse than that time I killed that bartender.
and he just looks up at you and he's just like, "Fucking really?"
And his patrons?
By the way,
Handedly, by the way.
he is a prone creature, so your attack has advantage.
Oh my
Give me that. If I roll a natural one, I'll be out of that.
No, we haven't been doing so well.
Please kill him.
Well, you have advantage, so if you roll a natural one, you'd have to roll another natural run to get the natural.
Oh,
Jesus
okay.
Christ, that would be the most.
Yeah, because you want to curse.
Well, no, you get advantage. So you
Oh.
take it.
Yeah, you roll
Oh,
twice.
two?
Yeah, you roll
You
twice and you
take
take
the
the higher
higher.
one when you get advantage.
Oh my god.
Was it a 2 and a 1?
No.
2
It
nines.
was 2 9s.
That's what is that? 1 in 400.
Oh god.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Constant Toast. You're the mathematician. You can tell us.
So I go
He
up
calls
and
it
like,
out every time.
Shit.
Add your attack
It's
bonus.
20 times 20.
How'd your
My
attack
answer.
bonus?
So it's 1 in 400. Yeah.
Where is that shit? I don't know.
Actually, I think it's
Attack bonus.
20.
Yeah. Ryan.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Ryan hit us with it. But yeah, it is 1 in 400.
Well, it's an unnatural 20, so he's gonna die. 'Cause I
An
have-
unnatural 20.
Yeah, I have an attack bonus with 11.
Yeah, you
He's got a plus.
roll damage.
With both?
No, for the one.
One is
This is
Yeah.
like the scene out of Office Space. where
Seven.
it's
No, you
beating the
hit him,
shit
so
out
you
of
gotta
that
do
printer.
You have to do no. Sometimes you're not rolling a d20
Oh,
for
okay.
damage.
Wait, I'm sorry. Okay, don't judge me.
You already hit him.
You've been playing this game for weeks.
I hit
So
him with
1d8
42 points of damage.
Plus whatever that is. So
With
it's-
what? With your
So
hammer?
it's 1d8, and then plus whatever that crap is. So plus 5, I think.
Plus 5. 7.
Oh, Jesus.
7 points of damage.
Yeah. She's
I
dead.
don't think that's right.
Ow!
What's
What
that?
it's 1d8. It's 1d8 one-handed, and it's 1d10 if he uses both hands.
You didn't do it with both hands?
Yeah, I did it both hands. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so roll with
Go
the
ahead
D10.
and roll d10.
which one is the D10? This one?
The 10-sided one.
This one.
The 10-sided one.
So it's 13 damage.
Okay, you smash him. You like rush up to him and smash him in the chest, and he's just like,
You guys need to
and
finish
he's like,
him off.
fucking really?
Finish him off already, Jesus.
As he gets up from the bed, he goes to take off. I need you all to roll initiative.
Christ.
This
Oh,
poor
yeah.
man.
I didn't.
Psycho.
I to blow him up.
Jesus. You guys. For the record, when I tried to kill that bartender, it was me versus like 4 other guys, and one of them rolled a nat 1 and stabbed his own his friend, and then I killed him. You remember
We roll
that?
initiative?
I do remember that. One of the
did we
few
roll?
things I remember from the campaign.
Jesus.
I got 16.
There was
I got
also the time.
20.
16, 20, 11,
Oh, God.
and 8. Okay, so Rogar, you are up first.
I'll attack again.
As he gets off the bed, he goes to make a run for it,
Oh.
and you can swing on him.
Alright, come back here. Do I roll?
We'll play some battle
Oh
music.
my god.
Oh, you
Do I
guys are
use-
so bad.
Poor man.
That's a perfect song. Because it's him trying to run away.
I can't. Do I roll? Wait. Do I roll? D20, right? So
Yeah,
attack.
to hit him.
Oh, god.
Oh, Jesus.
15. Plus what?
You see this with your Warhammer? One hit or two handed?
It's
No.
two-handed, so it's a
Yeah,
D10.
Plus, so you get 26.
No, wait.
Yeah, it is plus 11.
Yes.
No, but I rolled D20.
Yeah,
you get
it's-
15
You add that 11
plus
to
11.
whatever you roll in that, so
I'm-
it's total
okay.
26.
There you go. So it's not going anywhere.
You do. Oh, you hit him for 26. Yeah. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
So you're hitting with both hands or one?
No.
If an unnatural 20 hits, I think a 26 will hit.
So what is it?
2 hands.
Two hands? Okay, so you roll a 1d10 plus 5.
Poor
9.
bastard.
What?
9.
9 points of damage. As you sidestep, you clock him square in the ribs, and he's just like, "Fucking really!"
Don't you get more than one attack?
I do. I get to attack twice. I forgot.
Go
So attack
ahead.
again.
Go ahead and roll to attack.
Attack.
You gotta roll the d20 first.
Plus 11.
So whatever you roll plus 11.
For a D20?
Yeah. That's the hit. Oh, Jesus.
13.
That doesn't do it. As you go to
Like-
swing,
With this
he sidesteps you, and he's like, "Fuck off!"
You two better finish this guy
Oh,
off.
he's
Jesus
gonna get
Christ.
away. Very brutal.
Then he's gonna snitch on you guys.
So,
Oh god.
who rolled an 18? That was. It was a 20, and it was Nox, right?
It was
Yeah.
you or?
All right, Nox, you're still on the first floor. Oh no, you have the explosives.
The
How
explosives.
did he just put
Can
it
I
like-
do that as an action and throw it all in one action?
We have to get the fuck out of there.
You can light it as an action.
But I can't throw it.
You can't throw it as an action.
Can I pull it? Can I draw my bow and fire then?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just like kick that to the side. And I take a shot at him.
All right, go ahead and roll to attack.
Let's kill him.
Actually, can I get my hunter's mark on him too?
No.
No, okay, whatever. It's not. Don't worry, it's not. So,
I thought it was a 1.
it's I got a 19.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Jesus.
I'm feeling kind of blue. All right, so I get a 1d8 plus 10 and a whole bunch of math.
Square root of.
Oh, you're feeling kind of.
Yeah.
Forgot what you were talking about at first. It's been so long.
So I get 16 plus 6, which is 22 plus 7, so 29 points of damage.
Finally.
As you pull your bow, your eyes
The guy's like,
erupt in blue energy as you draw it and fire. The arrow spins through the air, encapsulated with the moisture from the surrounding air around it. surrounding air around it. That's the most redundant thing I've ever fucking said in my life.
The air, the
And it slams into his back. Just, like, right as he turns around. And he's just like, fuck you, and he falls on his back. The arrow pops up through his chest as he slams onto his back, pushing the arrow out.
Oh, jeez.
And he's just like, ugh, you dicks. As his head falls to the ground, and he dies.
Oh, you guys are fucked up.
Jesus Christ.
Took long.
Oh man. About time he died though.
So,
Well, that took a long time.
you now killed the one remaining guard in the farming village. The one person who has any information on the things that you are gonna have to hunt.
I asked him, he said he didn't know shit, so. What?
Darius is standing. He's like,
Is that what he said?
that's not what he said.
He gave us a shit ton of information on what's going on.
And then we murdered him.
Yeah, but like, what are they? I don't know.
This one thanks you.
Constantos, that is correct. Yes. It's also Virgon.
He's spelling virgin wrong.
There's a character in the beta squad called Vergon.
Oh,
Bergon.
that's what I read it as. Better go on.
It's Virgon.
Oh, okay.
He misspelled it.
Let it go.
Come on, Toast.
Vergon Schmergen. That's actually not his last name. His last name is Verdez. Of Verdez Vineyards.
Well, now what are you guys gonna do?
And some of you have had his booze
I think we
before.
should go back and get you guys, and then hunt that shit down.
Separate.
I think we should just go hunt them now.
There are more than 4, you know, and they're humongous, hairy creatures of
Yeah.
night.
I don't see any dead bodies anywhere. So it leads me to assume that probably the majority of this village has been turned in some way.
Oh yeah, because they're like.
Did you bring your ointment?
If it took out
By the way,
garrison-
It's at this point that I need you all to roll perception checks.
Oh shit. Send a raven.
Send 2 of them, just in case.
17.
23.
15.
23.
You all begin to hear the sounds of scratching upon the bricks surrounding the building. The door scratches, the window panes on the first floor
Wasn't
begin to
Darius
scratch.
outside?
Darius came back in to talk to,
Oh.
To be like, what the fuck, guy?
yeah. He gave him the what the fuck speech.
And now we're fucked.
Okay.
The ground floor.
Can I have the explosives?
You guys are
Can I have the explosives, please?
Take fast.
I don't have a horse.
Me and Chiron are back at the warehouse like, I wonder how they're doing. They'll probably be back at any moment now.
It's
They're
just like.
probably gonna have
She
it.
had
So what are you guys doing now?
I'm running away.
We're stuck in the building.
Why?
You're all on the second floor, standing over this dead body, and you begin hearing scratches
How
down
the hell
on the
did
first
this
floor.
happen?
Is
What
there an
time-
attic?
What time of the day is it?
Roll an investigation check.
I'm gonna start setting up the gunpowder, the kegs, so that it's a bomb.
18.
Roll an intelligence check.
I get 18.
18.
Yeah.
You look up and you see that there just so happens to be in the very top of on the far end of this area, a ladder that leads up to a small hole on the top of the roof.
My agenda is I want to get through the roof.
Okay.
Like-
So you can head over to the ladder.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
I rolled an 8.
As you go over to Nox and get the rest of the barrels and start like trying to figure out how to assemble the bomb the guy had, you can't fucking do it. You're like trying to put the rope through the rubbers, like the cork stoppers, and you just can't figure it the fuck out. You're just you don't. After a while, you get so frustrated, you just get very upset with yourself, and you're just like, God fucking damn it!
Does anybody know how these work?
This one.
Okay, make it work, but give it back.
I'm climbing a ladder.
As Nox like goes over the ladder, he's like halfway up it, as he's saying this to
I didn't
you.
say anything to you guys.
And Lena and Rogar are just standing there watching Darius attempt to assemble a bomb.
Can I try to help him? No.
Um,
I'm like, look at the dead
Do
body.
they see me struggling?
everybody sees you struggling at this point. You're just like on the ground, just like, I can't fucking do it.
Every man for himself.
That's why me and him live so long.
What?
I said that's why like our characters have lived the longest through all the shit that we've been through so far.
Just laughing and running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that time I tried to leave you and Chief Keef behind after we jumped off the roofs.
Like, each one going.
Oh my god, dude, in fucking Hillfjord?
Yeah. And
Oh
then I
my
epically
god.
missed like the second jump and fell through like the building.
Alright, guys. Guys, but on a serious note, what are you doing?
I'm
It is
I like
also,
this
by the way, at this point, that you hear the shattering of glass on the floor below you.
Alright, I'm going with this guy up
Push some of the bed.
Rogar stops watching Darius's failure and enjoying it because fuck him. He turns over to the ladder and sprints over and starts crawling up.
there. You should do the same. Run.
I'm just merely speaking from the attitude of Lord Rogar Cilantro, by the way. I just hope everybody knows that.
Can I quickly try to help him? Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the barrels and start like
Alright.
up the ladder.
Lena, roll an intelligence check.
What's that, man? Roll high.
I got 15.
15. You may roll with advantage.
Hey, that's not gonna cut it. Nat 20 on the second one. Hey.
It's at this point that Lena walks over and she's just like, dude, she's like, take the fucking stoppers out. And you just slide the fuses in.
Hey,
And so like it takes you guys like 5 seconds and you slide all the fuses in and you get them like situated so they're not going to pop out if you hold the end of the fuse.
Nice.
And so you've got like 6 barrels on the end of this fucking long ass fuse, which is basically it's one rope that splits into 2 and then it splits into 3.
It's so awesome how Lena's like the most quiet.
And
one
so
in
she's
this film.
so you're just like it's probably about like 3-4 feet of rope leading down to these barrels.
Is the rope fuse?
The rope is the fuse.
Alright.
Turn the fan on, you ingrate. Cheese and rice. For all our viewers, if you can hear this,
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. But if you're into that sort of thing, hit that follow button.
Follow button. You
Smash
man,
that
You
shit,
take a
please.
bunch of pieces.
You kinky mofo.
You kinky motherfucker. We want you. We want you in the
So
party.
what are we doing?
So you just helped them assemble the bomb.
So we're like
Rogar and
Did you hear me shout at you?
Nox are climbing up the ladder.
No.
I said turn the fan on. We could hear you pissing the whole time.
I hope we got that on stream.
Ryan, did you hear him peeing over stream? I just want to know because if that is the case, we need to change some things around here.
He said here, I thought this was a good Christian Minecraft server.
Christian.
Where are the creepers?
Tripping.
Okay, so who was... Okay, so you guys have the bomb assembled.
Yes.
And Rogar and... Well, at this point, Nox is pretty much right at the top of the ladder. Rogar's behind him. Oh my god, they could hear it, guys. Ian, fan on.
He's got a healthy flow for sure.
That's a very powerful mic.
We gotta... It's a really good microphone. Too bad we got PP McGee back here.
Speaking with
Oh, but that doesn't rhyme, and it does. Therefore, it will not. It will not stand.
Whatever. I'm the one that has the epic power.
Somebody no. Oh, thank God, Ryan. So they could not hear your piece
Oh,
right now.
sorry, guys. I tried.
Guys, people have to pee sometimes.
Speaking of which,
What do we
I
guys
kind of
do?
have to pee
I'm
myself.
going to get
Okay, real quick. So, you guys have the bomb. Nox is at the top of the ladder. Rogar's behind him. Darius and Lena, what are you guys doing?
Like barricade.
I'm gonna stay here, but I suggest everybody gets out of the building.
Oh, he's a hero. Let's go, guys.
Oh my god.
Let them like come in the building and then we'll.
Like you wanna light it and then like escape and then see if we can like.
Oh. Magic users.
So pretty much just gonna set the bomb up, stand over it with a torch in my hand. Wait till I see somebody.
I run up behind Rogar and y'all try to get out.
You're 100% on that roof though.
Well,
Yeah,
jump.
so
Yeah, you guys gonna want to book.
yeah, that's what we're doing. Unless the roof is made of slate or bone.
This is a great likelihood to kill my friend. So let's hope this works out.
Don't die because you're making a lot of money.
He has all our money. Don't let him die.
No, go back. Wait, no.
I can raise him.
Oh my gosh.
No, because
Can he raise his bag?
You can't raise
Ugh.
mist. Which is essentially what I'm gonna be doing if this doesn't work out.
That's what you look like just
Um,
now.
Wait, so what are you trying to do?
I'm gonna sit on the lower level,
Yeah,
like the second floor, whichever floor we're on.
you're on that level. You're on the
Yeah.
second level.
While they go to the roof or the attic,
Yeah.
and try to escape from there. I'm gonna have a lit torch because we still have one of those. One of us has it, and I'm gonna wait until I see anybody, and then I'm gonna blink out of there as I drop the torch onto the explosives.
Okay. As you proceed to the top of the steps,
Song is playing in the back.
This
This is not the Nutcracker.
this is Hall of the Mountain King.
Alright.
This is Sorcerer's Apprentice. I'll play the bassoon.
You light the fuse, and you drop the bomb.
No, what I was gonna do is I have the bomb on the ground.
Yeah.
Fuse is shortened, so that all I have to do is drop the torch and then blink, which is a spell, and I'm in the ethereal plane, where I'm literally going to be watching this explosion from the inside of the explosion.
So,
But I have to really hope that this fucking this casts.
Well, how do you? What's the?
I have to roll
what's the
higher
spell
than an
time?
11.
Alright, my
You
grandmother.
have to roll.
So
It's a minute.
it's a minute to cast it.
Yeah.
All right.
So
No, the
twiddle your
duration is
thumbs
one
now,
The
bro.
duration is a minute.
Casting time is
Harry
one
people?
action.
Okay.
Okay.
So you drop the torch
Put it on the ground.
and the fuse.
That's coming over.
Oh god.
She's 26 times faster!
And they are at this point on top of the roof. What are you guys doing on top of the roof?
We're trying to burst our way through the ceiling of the roof.
You fucking punch through the top and you realize that it's just a hatch and you're on top of the roof.
I shoot the nearest tree with a rope on it.
Okay, you fucking shoot it. And you
I zipped out!
And you zipped out. Roll an acrobatics check. Everybody roll an acrobatics check. We gotta do this before the song ends or you will die.
19!
19.
7!
7. 21. Alright. Nox and Alina get down safe. Rogar, as you begin sliding down, you let go accidentally and just fall, smashing down on the ground. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Darius, as you get to the fucking point to just, it's about to explode, you blink!
There's got to be something to help me here.
Yeah, what's your spell modifier?
What'd you roll?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, yeah,
13!
And then I was dead.
What'd you roll?
It's +7. So yeah, no, I rolled a 16. I'm good. It's
16. You blink out of there, and it's at this point that as you stand on the outskirts of the ethereal plane, looking at this, your party down in the square below, the building. Brick and shale erupt. I need those of you in the square to roll dexterity saves.
Oh my god.
Am I in the square? I'm
All of you except for Darius are in the square right now.
I'm in the middle of an exploding building as I just watch it happen. Like, this is nice.
That is perspective.
This is nice.
Solid.
What wrong?
17.
You add your dex save to it.
Another 21.
What is it, 6 or 9?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I got an unnatural 20.
I got an 8.
Unnatural 20,
21.
21, and an 8.
I'm dead. Peace.
We're doing it!
That was
Though
the
for
greatest thing ever.
guys, Lena and Nox, as the building explodes, brick and bits of shale erupt, flying towards you. You barely manage to dodge out of the way. You take a total of 5 points of piercing damage. However, Rogar, as you land on your back, you're like, "Fuck!" And you get up and stand up, and as you sit on your ass, hands in the mud, you turn and see the building explode behind you. And you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you take a brick full to the face.
Alright, I'm... Ouch.
You're alive.
I survived. So...
Oh god, that was great. There's good shit.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Let's hope we killed them.
Yeah.
Now we don't want to fight.
There's the other
I
guard
don't
checking
know.
on his buddy.
He doesn't want to fight anybody. We're still 3 plus 2. We're still fine.
You know, I don't have a horse, so I'm gonna have to roll back.
Hey Brad, we got like...
Those of you who are outside, as the dust settles and the smoke clears, you see, standing in the center of the ruin, a large, muscular creature, completely hairless at this point,
John Cena!
Now, now it's not.
breathing heavily, heaving.
No, it's not. It's gonna go for me. Well,
Oh,
nice
fuck.
play, you guys.
And as the smoke clears, you see its head jolt up, looking at you from across the expanse.
Hi, buddy.
A glint in its eyes as it turns and bolts off into the mist.
Son of a bitch.
That's what I thought. Bye.
Throw his hand.
So, real quick, for those of you watching, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break so I can use the restroom and top my glass off. We're going to keep the stream going so we can chat it up. If you guys want to ask any questions, if you guys want to talk, we're here for you.
Yeet, yeet.
All right. So we will be resuming in at we'll say 10:55. All right. See you guys in a second.
Oh my god! Oh, you guys. Way to get out of that shenanigans. Good job.
So what did you wait? What did you roll?
Good roll.
How did it, what did you have to do?
Blink.
What did you add?
My
Yeah,
spell
why
modifier.
did you have to roll for that?
I don't. I'm not.
You have to roll above.
It's already done. It was fun, but I don't think that
to
works that
to
way.
actually get into it?
It's while the spell happens, you roll a d20 on the end of each of your turns, and if you roll above an 11, then you are in the ethereal plane. And if you aren't, if you don't,
Oh,
then
so
you're
we were
not.
like jump like.
I don't think that.
There's
I mean, I'm
No, I believe that's how the spell works, but
But it doesn't say anything in the thing about like adding anything. It just says roll a d20. You're not like rolling to see if the spell casted. You're rolling to see if you're in the ethereal plane or if you're not.
That's the action itself.
I mean,
so
That's okay.
I'm not gonna
Real
argue
surprise.
it. I'm just saying. for the knowledge of how next.
Oh, that's pretty bad. That's a pretty badass spell though, to get out of that type of mess. Like either way, that
Guys,
spell can
holiest of shits. Load off my bladder, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I haven't did shit out of your bladder. It'd be horrifying.
That was one hell of a
Forgot we
play.
were on. What do you guys think of the musical?
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah?
That was a good idea.
That was yeah, on point.
It gave me anxiety.
Give me anxiety.
Well, it gave me anxiety and now I'm like 21 health. 20 health actually.
Squidgy.
I'm
Oh,
alive.
it's so squidgy.
I leave. So there's something I don't understand though, because we talked to the guy, we learned the information, and then he didn't want to cooperate with anything else, so we didn't get anything else out of him. Why would you give him a life when he knows we're trying to steal shit?
Well, he didn't care that you guys were gonna steal stuff.
Yeah, but still, it might be a loose end. Why keep him?
I don't. I
We're gonna go-
don't care. It doesn't bother me.
I also have an idea about. So instead of doing like the "Be Right Back" screen, I think we should do like a little. I just have a little banner that pops up on this that just says, "Quick break." Spaghetti or lasagna? What do you mean, Ryan?
Can I have a?
That was great.
Can I have a cola coca?
Oh yeah, dude, go ahead.
Well,
Oh, guys, what do you prefer, spaghetti or lasagnas?
Lasagna. No lasagna.
See, for me, I think, well, hold on. I think it's Be Right Back. Yeah. Or wait. Golly.
For the record, me and Alex wanted to go to the Apothecarium Nocturne while they were out.
The Apothecarium Nocturnum.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, fair enough.
what were we gonna go do again with that there?
Well, I wanted to go there and see and figure out like if there's anything special in particular about this dagger
I'm special.
that I have.
Is that the place that we're banned from though?
You're very special.
You're very special.
No,
we're not.
you were banned from the Emporium.
Oh,
The Magic Emporium?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mr. Megorium is Wonder Emporium.
The Arcane Emporium.
Oh, I love lasagna. That's my shit.
Yeah. Honestly, like,
What was the question?
in terms, it's in the chat, is spaghetti or lasagna, in terms of preference.
Spaghetti, because I don't like cheese.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing for me.
Really?
If I'm trying to get like a full belly, I'm eating lasagna. But if I want to eat something that is like it's like fun to eat, and it's like I like the textures, and I'm going for the flavor, spaghetti. Spaghetti's the way to go. Spaghetti is a classic. Because you get if you get good noodles that have they're not soft noodles. They got a little bit of life left in them. So they got a little bit of like solidity to them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the shit. That's the shit I get me. That's the shit I get into. I fucking love that shit. But in terms of if I'm just having dinner and I just want something that's gonna give me a full belly, lasagna's the way to go.
Yeah, I just love like the cheesy, oozy goodness that comes with lasagna.
Oh yeah, no, like
No,
I
lasagna's
dig that
very
shit too. But there's like, if in terms of like, if I'm going to a restaurant, and it's like spaghetti or lasagna, I'm going for spaghetti.
Yeah, I'd go for.
If I'm home and I'm reheating some shit, lasagna.
Yeah.
Lasagna is a far better leftover
Yeah.
than spaghetti.
I agree 100%. Yeah. You know what? I will admit this though. I'm a weirdo that if I have spaghetti at home, I'll put like a little bit of ranch in it with some Tabasco sauce.
Oh, good.
Don't knock it till you try it, my guys.
What is it? Spaghetti with Tabasco?
With Tabasco and ranch. Like not a lot, just a little bit.
What's that?
It's all of Star Wars. And like,
Oh, in one go?
Yeah.
Something with some sauce to put on it.
Somebody was
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
in my face was like,
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
get caught up. He's like,
You're
"Get
right,
caught up
Ryan, it
before the
does.
Last Jedi premiere. Pretty cool.
Oh shit! It's 10:55, boys.
All right.
Oh,
I
this
need to
is-
get a cola coca.
Oh yeah. Go. Cigarette crew's still doing cigarette stuff.
Yeah.
Guys, we'll start
cigarette-
things back. Let's give it another 5 minutes. We'll start back up at
cigarro takes a long
10:60. 10:60's nodded.
10:60. Okay. Smoking the cigar.
Peep the chat.
Fair enough, Toast. Fair enough.
Oh, dude, no, like legit.
It's mean.
It's not a problem. Like those things, pieces of shit.
We're about to restart. We're about to start up again.
What is so fun with it?
So I was standing like right next to that thing.
Yeah.
Reality.
Just in the other plane. I love that Nox was like, fuck this, we're gonna zip line out of here.
And he did it.
He did it. Both him and then Lena right behind him was like, yeah, I'm with this shit.
By the way, she like ruled the whole thing. She got the door, she got the bomb, and then she just sits down out there like, bye bitches.
I love the Hogwarts like,
And then I'm like, bye, it was out. And then she exploded.
But I love that Rogar was the one that run up with his warhammer and hits the guy to start.
for 7 points. 7 points. And I'm like, 29!
Just like, fucking really?
Fucking really.
Fucking Christ.
I'm mad his dying words were dicks.
Fucking dicks.
Poor guy.
No.
When the Mossad tried to kill me,
Allow me some
but I
spadoodles.
survived.
It says ranch on lasagna is what happens when a man tries to fight.
Should switch over and see what you guys are doing in town. I like heard that one.
She whipped the fuck out of
She booped the fuck out of my head.
I got booped the fuck out of, guys.
I reckon I speak like this now. Step out the sign.
That was for talking into Neb's character as a Southern belle.
Southern belle.
As when she went to go help him set up the bomb, she was like, "Oh my Christ! Step to the side, my dear. I got this."
That's like 3 different accents in one. What the fuck?
I don't know what's
What is
going on.
that?
I don't think that a Southern belle would say Christ.
Neither
They don't like to use the
Leave
Lord's
Lena
name.
alone.
They don't like to use the Lord's name in vain.
By the way,
I remember one time I said Jesus
this
Christ.
was what I was talking about. See, that's not connected at all.
No. Well, you're welcome. I broke it.
Yeah, thank you.
In that order.
Oh, did you not see?
No, what kind of shit is that? Oh no, I saw him fall. I just didn't know it wasn't connected. Like,
I was surprised that people didn't know
well,
that it
some-
broke. It
I
audibly
heard it
snapped. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't understand what the sound was.
I think it was your
It's
back.
either
I
his
was like,
spine or pants or something.
Yeah, you guys like the screws we found on the carpet are from the like these things on the chair.
oh, whoa.
Yeah.
It's me
Because we use these for
manifesto.
I
Thanksgiving.
don't trust my chair at all now.
Written in
Yeah, I'm
Jew.
Just don't lean back.
I didn't
Lean
write
back.
that.
Yeah, I'm not leaning back.
Lean back. Lean back.
You said you can write that?
No, I said,
Oh.
you said written in Jew, and I said, I didn't
Can I
write
read
that.
it?
Yeah, God. Did you write it?
The cows bark at midnight. Huh.
No. We'll go ahead and call that primordial.
Jewish is primordial.
Because
Or, I'm sorry,
speak,
Hebrew is primordial.
because I speak primordial. It's okay.
Is that the
Sometimes
only language you know?
He
Well-
knows 11 languages.
no,
No, I mean in terms of the game.
Greeting, universal.
no. I speak primordial, Draconic, which we already established was Castilian Spanish, and Elvish, which I'm gonna just
You
assume
speak
is
my
Tolkien
language.
Elvish.
We can say
I do.
Hebrew is Elvish if you want.
No,
I feel like it's.
I don't feel
weird
like
pie.
Hebrew sounds like what Elvish
Square
would
pie
sound
is
like.
a-
Yeah,
it's
I feel like Because
Yeah.
Hebrew's
Like
very.
cobbler's
I don't say
different.
guttural,
Oh,
but
yeah,
it's
so
very
I
like.
want to-
Cobbler's
It's
different than a
guttural.
pie.
Yeah.
I imagine Tolkien Elvish is Elvish because Tolkien Elvish is great.
It is no.
It's just no.
This is common.
I really wish
This not-
Dothraki would really be dragon.
It's not about.
Ja.
Universal 5710. That's Kobe from Sunday's War Gods Hold. Hey, Kobe, how you doing?
Hey, Kobe. You have any lasagna? I want lasagna now.
Lasagna?
Lasagna.
We don't have
Lasagna.
any way to get lasagna for you.
Lasagna.
There's literally no way that
7-Eleven.
Lasagna.
No, lasagna.
Is a square pie considered a pie or is it still a cobbler?
Trust it.
Ryan,
Still a pie.
pie is determined by the contents,
Pie?
not the shape.
So what's on the
Constant
inside?
Toast asked that question.
Pie is a...
What's on the inside
Yeah.
and the outside that counts.
Pie usually has fruit.
So
No.
it's cobbler.
Yes.
Cobbler
Not-
is
not
like
in the
preserve.
UK.
What kind of pie doesn't have fruit?
Meat pies?
A
There's
pizza
no
pie.
fruit in that meat?
Pie usually has
I think so.
like the fruit in addition to like a filling based on the contents of the fruit as well.
What about an empanada?
Stuff in the middle. Cobbler, you have everything that's mixed up together.
I'm gonna
Cobbler's
believe
gonna
Deneb
put it
because
on
she
the
goes
bottom
to school
of
for
pie.
this shit.
Cobbler isn't necessarily made with.
Deneb had to make empanadas for
Cobbler
6
isn't
hours.
necessarily
the
made
other-
with pastry. It just has like some kind of topping.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's like, it's like more mixed together with stuff.
Do we have to look this stuff up?
All right, no. We don't have time for that because it's time to get back to the sagas.
Sagalas.
Alright, get out of here. I need a.
So,
Did they win?
Yeah, what happened?
Well, man, Glinty, man, beast, man, bolted.
What?
You'll take.
What the fuck did you just say?
You took away
So-
the hair.
as you stand in the center of the square, the hairless, muscular individual
Listen.
with large claws bolted into the mists.
So he's some kind of humanoid, or do we know what he is?
It definitely appeared to be a humanoid.
Okay, so if that's the case, can I track him as a ranger? And we're also in the forest, so I get a bonus. To my
I'm aware.
proficiency.
You're not in the
He's a were
forest.
bear.
Where are we?
I don't know.
Hot.
You are on the farming steps
I am
to
attracted
the northeast of Mirkmire Cove.
Would that be considered
You
grasslands?
can romance him.
I'm
Make
not
him
there.
surrender everything.
I'm not-
Is Riverlands
Oh,
like a
definitely
thing?
going back. We're not
No.
gonna fight them all.
Then I guess it would be considered
I
grasslands,
don't
yeah.
want to play
So
a
can I have my
women
proficiency
character,
bonus to try to
women
track this
characters are
asshole?
Usually good.
You may. Go ahead and roll a survival check.
With the bonus? Or advantage?
Well, do you have survival? Wait, do you have advantage because you're tracking like a
The
humanoid?
humanoid and also in the grasslands. So I have proficiency bonuses.
Do it.
So proficiency in forest and also grasslands times 2.
Proficiency times 2. That's what it says.
Oh, I see. That's cool. That's even better.
So roll with the proficiency times 2.
For a survival check?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 25.
25. As he bolts off into the mist, you immediately pounce over to the house and begin following the tracks into the mist. You have a solid idea of what this guy's paws look like, as they are paws, and they are rather ursine in nature. You are able to acquire his trail, and you are following him. What's the rest of the party doing?
I'm trying to get up and leave.
Following along.
Yeah.
All right.
The other plane.
Yeah, Darius, what are you doing?
I'm gonna pop back up next to the party. 10 feet
Do you need to
out.
recast Blink, or is Blink a concentration spell?
He can appear in any.
No, it
I
says
need 10 feet.
Yeah, it
within
said
10 feet of where
it's
I
just
was.
like an action for him to end the spell and then blink back.
So he has 2 actions. He has the action to cast to go out and then come back. Okay. So you pop back into the area. You're about 15 feet off the ground, as you were on the 2nd floor when you did this. So you pop back into reality, 15 feet off the ground. What do you do?
Fall.
Lying here. Lying here.
And all you do,
Prepare to brace myself for impact. Like,
you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall to the ground.
alright.
Chips.
Well,
Anyone.
Oh, I don't have my
Yeah, they're right next to him.
Oh.
Here?
No, it's fine. Yeah, I was joking.
I like that this is. It looks like wood.
Dude, I love cheesy toes.
It's not wood.
It's not wood? I thought it was
No, it's touch.
wood.
Soft.
Whoa, it's
All right,
dense.
It's
So-
it's very phallic.
Darius,
Okay, calm down.
you've landed upon the ground, jolted, jostled. Your jimmies have been rustled.
What the fuck does that
I'm gonna
mean?
limp over to the rest of the
Like
party.
his volleys?
It's a 1935.
However, you stand up. And what are you doing after you stand up?
I'm gonna limp over to the rest of the party. So
Okay.
how's it going, guys?
I'm like,
Timur's like,
Not only did it fall, but he just took a blast to the face.
Actually, by the way, Universal 5710 would also know where you guys are in the campaign.
what?
Yeah, he was there too.
What?
Share some wisdom, Universal.
So,
What should we do?
yeah, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna cast, I believe it's Pray of Healing to heal me and this guy up.
Okay.
Oh, you're my best friend.
Let me make
Kobe, they're tracking Ursine tracks to the Timbermaw Peak. I think you know what happens there.
Oh, okay.
So
What?
me and this guy are gonna get healed for 2d8 plus my ability modifier. So 3 and 1, that's nice. So we're looking at 11 points.
11 points?
Yep.
Not enough.
Well, that's what's happening for now.
I'll take it.
Ryan, it's gonna be different than what you guys experienced though. So
I'm sorry I left you to die.
Oh, shite.
So did anybody get a good look at to where direction
Yeah.
the thing went?
This guy knows everything.
Nice. Let's
Nox is hot on his trail as the party shuffles along, slowed down momentarily by Darius. However, after Darius casts his healing spell, you all manage to move along at a rather swift clip, eventually catching up to Nox as he bounds through the town, tracking. Yeah, you continue to follow the tracks. After a little while, you guys find yourselves on the outskirts of town, eventually arriving upon the farmsteads. The tracks continue through the farmsteads, crossing the fields, bursting through hedges. All these things you see, like, it would eventually becomes almost as close as a single minute after things have occurred. However, as you reach the outskirts of town and you look across the road, at this point, you've lost sight of your target. However, you do see a rustling through the fields, proceeding towards the Timbermaw Peak.
shall we go that way?
Track him again. See if
You can continue with your tracking as you are you just gonna head straight into the fields?
Yeah, we're just
Okay.
following after him. Let's see if I can see his ears.
Alright, so my one gripe with these, not enough chips per bag.
No.
I need to be a proper glutton and eat like 3 or 4 of these in one go.
Well, that's why there's 20 singles.
Yeah, but it's 4 each. And 2 each if it's Doritos Ranch or regular Sun Chips.
You gotta-
Which, if I might say so, Frito-Lay, is utter bullshit. Because everybody knows Cool Ranch Doritos are the best goddamn flavor of Doritos. And we love you for it. We love you. I'll eat I go to Taco Bell and get a fucking Doritos Locos Tacos because those shits are fantastic. But for fuck's sake, if you're gonna make a variety pack, Don't put 2 cool ranches in those things. Are you serious? 2 cool ranches? Why don't you just tell me to go fuck myself and go fuck my grandmother while you're at it? Anyway, rant over. What were we doing?
We're tracking Beastmaster.
Okay.
Beastmaster.
You all proceed through the field. Nox's distinct sense of smell and sight, being not only a great tracker, but is a predatory species as well. You all continue through the field. Whoop. Eventually, you reach the end of the field. And over a short span of grass, you see, directly on the other side of this field, a mass swath of forest, proceeding on for miles in front of you as it creeps up the slopes of the Timbermaw Peak. Off to your left in the clearing, you also take note of the fact of a few buildings sitting against the border of tree line. So what are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna pursue with the tracks.
Okay. I would like everybody also to roll perception checks for me. You perception or investigation checks you may choose.
You too?
Nat 20 perception.
Nice.
I am aware of all things.
Perception or investigation?
I'm sorry, Ryan. Did you just use the term gilfs in chat?
14.
Gives that only 2?
Grandmothers, I'd like to track.
Armor.
Did I talk about old ladies at all?
You did.
When did I talk about old ladies?
You said go fuck your grandma.
Oh. Oh! Ryan, you monster.
You monstro.
I can't get him. Can't time him out. I wish you could time people out for less time than you can actually time them out for, because a timeout on here is like 10 minutes. I'd like a less drastic thing, like 2 minutes. 3 minutes.
When are you with the grandma?
Shut your mouth.
He started.
Shut your goddamn. Alright, anyways.
Folds.
So what are we doing? Jesus fuck. I will fucking lose a fucking one of my many minds.
I win.
What are you doing?
You told us to take a perception or
Okay.
investigation check.
And what did you guys roll?
I rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
I rolled a 5.
Do I need to roll?
No, you're fine. Darius. Immediately you take note of the fact that the tracks along the ground and the tracks leading off down the path towards the town appear to be the exact same tracks.
You mean made by the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Yeah, we seem to be on the right tracks. That's for sure. But the creature made the same tracks for both of these. So we have a true decision. Did it continue to keep running, or did it run into the town and hide? Is it the same town we were just at?
Hmm? No. It's a different town.
Is the town active? Can we see people in the town from like where we are?
You cannot.
Okay.
However, who's got an intelligence over 10?
Hopefully everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. That is in the direction of the town that you were, or the area that you were supposed to go to, where the disappearances were reported and sent back to Mirkmire. The town where you conducted all of those actions was not the place that you were supposed to go.
Alright.
So we're going to
Let's follow the other trail. Go to the source.
I mean, I agree as well. If we go to its lair, it's eventually going to have to come back.
So you're gonna go into the town, or are you gonna follow it to its?
We're-
Are you gonna
I-
follow?
I
Are you gonna
vote
follow
lair.
it into the mountains?
I vote lair, so mountains.
Yeah, the mountains.
All right. So you all continue forward into the forest. So, as you, I was half tempted to play that other song again. You scout the tracks along the ground. And I need, at this point, everybody to roll perception checks.
Yeah.
21.
Not 20. 24. Not 20.
You rolled a nat 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of these two rolled nat 20s.
Lena and Rogar. Darius, what'd you roll?
I rolled an 11.
Okay. Rogar and Darius specifically. However, Nox, because you rolled a 21.
Yeah, I got 15 plus 6.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Ryan, thanks for stopping by, bud. See you on Sunday.
Bye, Ryan.
Have a good day tomorrow, bud. As you all are proceeding forward, Lena and Rogar begin hearing the sounds of thrashing. Distant at first, but growing in intensity as they continue to make their way along the path. It appears that the sound is moving away from you.
Rabbit.
Rogar and Lena both pick this up.
Do I follow the sound?
The sound does appear to be along the path of tracks you're following, by the way.
Let's go.
Pick a rat.
Okay, let's follow the sound.
Alright. So you guys continue to follow the sound. And eventually the thrashing ends.
Don't move, they're following us.
And you hear a moaning sound. It appears to be humanoid in nature. Like, well, I should say something along the lines of it appears to be a moan similar to those made by the more civilized races of the world.
Ew.
Yeah, he's not a bear man anymore.
That sounds civilized. We must save this one.
It sounds like one of us.
Fascistas.
As you continue forward, the tracks dissipate and disappear entirely.
No.
They disappear?
They disappear.
Maybe he went up to
However,
Hand on legs?
as you continue forward, you find yourselves on the outskirts of an open clearing. And lying out in the middle of the clearing, you see a dead bear and a humanoid individual sitting beside it, bleeding out profusely. And he's just moaning. He's got a spear in one hand and a sword in the other.
You just killed the bear. No.
What are you guys doing?
Can we approach him?
Cautiously approach.
I go into stealth.
Roll a stealth check. And Rogar, Darius, and Lena cautiously approach. What'd you roll?
24.
Okay.
Bye.
Sorry, I'm not anywhere near I need to be, where I need to be in this. I also need to find the guy's stats. Okay. What was that? No, that was this. Okay, so the rest of you cautiously approach. As one of you steps into the clearing, your foot snaps across a branch. And his eyes snap open, and he drops the spear down and tucks it into his shoulder, and he waves the sword forth. And he's like, "Who is out? Who's it out there?"
Keep approaching.
As you step forward, his eyes narrow on you. He's like, "Don't come any closer."
Nassim, are you okay?
You good, bud?
No, I'm not fucking okay.
LeBron James.
I like how she asked someone 1 second if they're okay right after she wanted to kill somebody.
Yeah,
He
okay.
fought a bear. He's like,
Guess I'll kill you.
he's more
Did you-
badass than the other guy.
Did you just kill this bear?
You're goddamn right. I just fucking killed this bear. Who the fuck are you?
Who?
The Avengers. We should pick up a name for us right now.
Yeah, I think we need a name. Well.
Yeah, you need a fucking name. You need to give it to me right now. Who the fuck are you?
The Avenger.
Well, I'm
The
Darius.
Avengers.
We got Rogar.
I'm Lena.
Nina.
Hey, that's it. That's his
Yeah.
cell phone.
Yeah.
Deception check, by the way, because you're leaving out one of the key members of your party.
We're hit.
Natural 20.
Jesus.
All right. He's just like, "Ugh.
Right.
Who the fuck are you?
We were sent about this ways to investigate why there's a severe missing persons problem.
Fucking bounty boards, eh?
Yeah.
Sword starts to lower. He drops his spear tip drops. Can you are you capable of healing people?
I can cure wounds.
That would would be much appreciated. To be perfectly honest with you,
How does this dude look?
Yeah.
he looks fucked up.
Yeah, but like, how does he look? Like, what is he wearing?
Is he white?
Oh, like what does he look like?
Yeah.
Okay. So this individual is just this. He's a rather large guy. He's got muscles and sinew, but he's wearing like a tabard, with the trade guild insignia on it, very similar to the one that was tattered and worn by the individual who was guarding the final garrison. And this guy, he's got a scar, an open scar across his left eye that's festering. He's got scars across his face, and there is blood trickling from a large gaping wound on his side.
Alright, we heal him.
At that point, he like actually spits blood out into his hand.
Jesus Christ.
Who?
Is he burned or anything like that?
Roll an investigation check.
3.
He does not appear to be burned
Nah, that's good.
at all.
So I heal him for 11 points.
Okay. At that point, what did you do? Like, what'd you cast?
Healing word.
Healing word.
Sorry, cure wound.
Cure wounds. As you walk up to him, you place your hand on his shoulder. Because I think that's a touch spell, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you, with the divine magic of mask, you channel from your face down into your arm, into your hand.
I was like, from your face? Like this.
The guy's weird ass.
The black smoke tendrils of mask that begin pouring into his shoulder. And at this point, you see the wounds begin closing up. And the wound on his side seals. And the blood stops flowing freely. And he sort of... You hear him pop a couple bones in his back as he stretches forward. And he just shakes his head. His eye is still closed, and he has a scar across it. But at this point, he appears to be rather spry looking. And he turns, he pulls something off his back pocket, and he smashes that shit across a tree. At that point, you see him just like, even more. He's like, he looks at you as you all are kind of like, what the fuck? Like, why did you just drink that potion? He's just like, I had to prove if you were friendly or not. Otherwise, what was the point of drinking the potion right before you? No offense.
Why are you out here?
I'm part of the garrison out of, I haven't named that town.
That town was not be named.
Out of, hold on. Let me think of a good one.
Merengue town.
Merengue town.
Please.
On the other side.
Donde está?
Just snacks.
He refers to it as Lowland Fields, which is an alright name. Sorry. Lowland Fields. I'm part of the last garrison out of Lowland Fields. I was sent out to get a message across that our people were disappearing. As I got to the road, caught sight of this thing moving through the fields. and I decided to get a little revenge. The people I'll take care of.
Is it like obviously a bear?
Hmm?
Is the bear like actually a bear?
Roll an investigation check.
7.
7. It looks to be a pretty fucked up bear. A bunch of its fur is missing. There appears to be a sign of a struggle. It's cut to bits. There are black patches of the exposed skin. It's just a really fucking big ass bear.
Anything? Anybody?
I'm just trying to figure out when I have to work tomorrow. Sorry.
No, you're good. Could I get a bag of chips, please?
What do you do?
Well, this dude killed a bear.
Gracias.
So he's clean. He looks clean.
Nox is still stealthing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nox is still stealthing.
Yep. So do you say anything about what's going on?
They say it's part of the garrison.
From the whatever controlling
Gracias.
Allada. So what happened there? You attacked with...
Do you know anything about the disappearances?
In the town?
Yeah.
Yeah. These fuckers were doing it. The whole fucking thing. Just tearing through the populace.
The bears?
The bears. The bears.
That's not up.
What'd you say?
You're saying that the bears are attacking the towns in a mist and they're responsible for the whole thing?
I'm not saying the bears are responsible for the mists. But they're the ones we fought out in the square.
Do you know who sent the bears?
No. But the thing was making its way up this way. So I assume they came from up this forest.
We carry on.
Well, now that you got 4 more of us to help you out, let's keep on searching. What was your next move?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I was going to go to the garrison at the town. Just out on the outskirts of the forest.
If your job was to see this through, we're going to see this through.
My job was to get an emergency word out that the town had been overrun. Hey! Punderp, thanks for joining us. Punderp is a friend of mine.
Hi, friend.
Sorry. I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
Getting the guy to come with us.
My job was to get emergency word out by talking to the garrison in this village. Over there.
Okay.
I'd love to help you track these things, but I need to let somebody know that our town's been wiped out.
What's the next move, gang?
Do we want to track him by ourselves, or do we want to follow him back into the town?
Definitely don't want to follow him back into the town. Because we just blew up the garrison.
So just part ways.
Yeah.
Let him go.
He's not, no. He's talking about getting word to the village that was down the greenway between the forest and the field. That was the place that the bounty had told you to go investigate.
So we follow him there.
Okay.
Fine. Go follow him.
What are you calling him?
It was the place you had been told to investigate because that's where disappearances had been occurring.
So we already know what's going on there. So, I don't know.
We're going to the place that we were supposed to go to.
Yeah.
So we'll just go
Go
there.
there.
Okay.
Follow him.
So he's like, "Oh, you're gonna come with me then?"
Yeah, we're gonna ensure the delivery of this message.
Well, I thank you for your hospitality. And at that, he rips his spear out of the ground. He sheathes his sword. And he starts striding down the road. Or the pathway that you guys came up. It takes you about 15 to 20 minutes to get to the edge of the forest before you reach the greenway leading back into the town. So at this point, he turns back to you. He's like, as you walk, and he's like, "So you're from Mirkmire, eh?"
How can you tell?
Wait, didn't you have the dialogue with him about the bounty stuff?
No, that was the guy in.
Oh, I got the two confused. How can you tell? He looks at Darius and Rogar, and he's like, "Just the way you carry yourselves."
Stealthy and coordinated.
Are you gonna come out?
He's like, "This one's a lord. And you
Guilty.
have the look of somebody who's worked for lords his whole life."
Oh, that's offensive.
Is it true, though?
I had made a bit of coin.
It's fucking true. I'm from Mirkmire, personally.
Who cares?
I grew up in the slums. That way.
I was like, stop talking.
Made my way up to a guardsman. Got stationed out here. Thought it was an easy gig. And then what do you know? The whole God's damn town disappears in a matter of 3 days. What can you fucking do?
Move, and try to kill this thing. Kill
You
it.
all continue down the greenway. You're gonna try to kill him?
No, I'm just talking to myself. No.
Okay.
No. Stop.
This is unsafe to eat.
He's like, "Now, my lord, which lord are you? Who do I have the presence of being in the presence of? Who do I have the honor of being in the presence of?" Sorry.
Cilantro.
Oh, a cilantro, eh?
Royal cilantro.
La Rogar cilantro.
James Bond. Sonata.
Look at you.
The very same. Yeah.
Yeah, people.
And what's brought you out here to the fucking boonies? The boonies of Mirkmire.
I care about the people.
That's a fucking joke if I've ever heard one.
You're right. It is
A lord of Mirkmire caring about the people.
that is a joke.
And I certainly laughed at it now, didn't I? He continues walking forward. It's at this point that you reach the outskirts of this small town. Built with the fields surrounding it. A large chapel cut into the forest. a series of brick houses and then farmlands that extend out to the highway between Hillfjord and Mirkmire. I'd like everybody to roll perception checks.
Unnatural
13.
16.
Who rolled over 15s? You all take note of the fact this town is encased in mist.
Oh, Jesus. He's a fucking warbear.
Werebear.
A bear. No, 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 no.
It's also at this point
Close.
that the individual walking with you takes note of this fact, and he stops short. So, fucking mist is here, isn't it?
Yeah, genius.
And he turns and looks at you, and he's like, "Now, my lord, not all of us have the benefits of a paid education."
Obviously.
He starts chewing on a bit of skin from his lip, his
Ew.
dry, fucking crusted lips, and he's like, "Oh, I like you. You got a sense of humor. You never roll up your ass like the rest of those fucks over in Mirkmire." He turns back around. Back to the mist. And he pulls his scimitar out. He rattles his spear. He's like, "I think this is about the right time to see what you're made of." And he turns to the rest of you. "What do you say? You want to clear this patch out?"
Yes. Well, yeah.
Clear it out
What
of
else would you do?
What the fuck?
Well, when the fog's here, you can almost guarantee those furry bastards are around. What do you say?
What do you say? What do you say?
Sounds like a plan.
I'm completely silent right now.
Yeah, he's not in the. He's not with you guys.
Well, I know he's there.
Yeah,
I'm like,
fellas,
what do you
at
say?
that point.
You turn into the forest and you say, "What do you say?" The guy turns around and he looks at you and he's like, "Is that you talking to, my lord?"
Mind your business. Mind the fuck.
And he does. So,
He fucks the
"Yes, my
line.
lord." And he turns around.
What are we doing? You guys wanna...
Throw me a surprise bag of chips, please. The last nacho cheese Doritos! Universal. What was the last thing you saw, Universal? We'll tell you what you missed.
You guys wanna...
So what are you guys doing?
Monsters?
You want to follow him into the mist?
Into the
Yeah,
mine?
fuck yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, he rattles his spear and his sword and he clanks them together. He's like, "Let's fucking get it in."
Get it in.
Dish, 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 dish. Starts striding into the mist of the town. I assume you all follow him in.
Yep.
As you follow him in, you see him standing as the mist clears in the center of the town, atop a small stage. He rattles his sword and his spear together. Dish, dish, dish.
Push you, motherfucker.
He's like, "You lycanthropic fucks! Come and face me! I'm here for vengeance upon what you've done to me and mine! Face me, you cowards! You furry fucks!"
cast Dispel Magic on the cloud, like on the fog.
On the mist? How does the spell work?
Eric, what have you been doing this entire time?
Choose any creature,
Hanging out.
object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends.
So it's 14 plus the spell's level, is that what it said? Or 11 plus the spell's level?
10.
Oh, it's 10 plus the spell's level. Okay.
If the spell is 4th level or higher,
So go ahead and roll, bud.
21. I don't know what.
As your eyes glow black. Alright, it's not even a glow at this point, it's just abyssal. Your hand erupts in smoke as you throw it down upon the ground and it surges out in tendrils, licking at the fog cloud, which at this point slowly begins to dissipate and separate from around you all, as well as the individual on the stage. And as it does, standing upon the outskirts of the square, you see 8 furry individuals, claws erupting, battle axes in hand.
They smell about them.
They have weapons on top of their fur.
And it is at this point, lady and gentlemen, that I'd like you all to roll initiative.
As per the normal, I'm gonna be coming up last.
Yes.
Well, every time I roll initiative, I get screwed. I rolled a 6.
I rolled 16.
Yeah, 13.
Let's go.
Wait, did you get a 16?
16.
Did you actually?
After all the 8 of them, all us first.
18.
18,
I should have
16.
sent a raven.
Yeah.
13.
I don't. We'll both play.
I have to leave soon.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to take a quick break so I can refill my apple juice.
Somebody can
Does it make sense to?
I'll put it in, and then you can put it.
Okay.
So because I had to
Yeah.
pack more before I had to work.
She's
tomorrow.
gonna talk again.
I open in the.
That was the deal.
You got a lot of shit done today. Good job.
What'd you say?
I was just explaining my deal with Allie for tomorrow. I couldn't stay out too late and I had to wake up early to pick up the slack tomorrow. Otherwise she'll beat me with her belly.
That's an epic way to go.
No. But the new baby.
She's
Okay.
She's like punching with it.
She's supposed to.
She's like helping.
The music. She ain't getting inertia. Allie's fascinated with Twinklefish now.
With who?
Twinklefish.
Twinklefish?
They look like little bug plugs you put on.
Okay. I'm sorry, what?
Nothing. Go on.
We're alive right now.
I know. So you can check it out later.
What'd you guys roll for initiative?
She rolled a
13.
16.
Well, actually, no, 1 second.
Huh?
I just know 1
Dina
second.
rolled a 16.
I'm going first. 18, 16. I don't know.
I rolled a 6.
Nox, what did you roll?
13.
13?
Yep.
And a 6. Are you about to leave? Okay.
Yeah, I actually have to go too, unfortunately.
No, that's fine, because that's opportune, because we're actually going to switch over to the other crew at this point. Right as battle is about to commence.
Yay.
You know, it's fun to do stuff.
We can do things now. Fuck your character. No.
Jesus.
Jesus en la cuna.
Wait, I have to get another
Cristo.
caffeinated beverage to keep my eyeballs awake. Hold on.
Oh, I like it.
Nox, you rolled a 13?
Yeah.
I could teach him us like dancing to this.
Oh, yeah, that was on time.
Yeah.
Alright, so, tonight, we are, losing Deneb and Ian.
Forever. No,
Forever! No,
Oh!
They're gone.
are you gonna be otherwise engaged next week?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
What's on the floor?
It's not until January that I have to leave.
Oh, okay, alright. So we should have Ian until, the end of December.
Let it be known that I still have perfect attendance.
He does still have perfect attendance.
Me too. What the hell?
Since you started, you do have perfect attendance. However, Ian has been here since the group was
Founded in
yeah.
1386.
He is one of the founders.
My lord.
Yes, yes. Indubitably. Thanks for your help again, buddy.
Yeah, anytime.
Me too, man. Seriously, we needed your help.
Yeah.
This fucker just completed the family news.
Yeah, he did that.
Yes, he is.
That was yesterday, right?
These past 2 days.
Past 2 days? Okay. I start class at noon on Wednesdays. That runs until 9:30. And Thursdays, I work and then I do this for you.
For
all.
the dice.
Thanks,
Thursdays are for the dice.
Thursday for Thor.
Bye, Steve. Do you work tomorrow?
Bye, Ian.
In the morning?
All day.
No, I'll see.
Oh, good to see you, man. Bye, Jeanette.
I are to opening.
Those of you in chat, can we get a bye bye for Deneb and Ian, please?
He's going to the
Come on, guys.
Jesus
Well,
addiction.
he's not with me and you. It's just me and you now.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, Darius can go
Yay.
enjoy his cigarettes.
His death
His death sticks. His death sticks from Star Wars. Anybody want to Hey, you want to buy a death stick?
You have to go home and
You want to
rethink your
rethink
life.
your life.
You have a very Obi-Wan.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
But let's just also, like, I just want to say, Obi-Wan from that movie, best hair. Best Obi-Wan hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
Special
I preferred
You know
him
that hair.
with Revenge of the Sith hair because he looked like the most Obi-Wan-ish to me.
He just,
Because that's like where he reached adulthood and he's like, okay, I don't need to have fucking lion's mane
I
anymore.
liked Obi-Wan, like Jesus Obi-Wan is my favorite.
Jesus Obi-Wan is the best because people confuse pictures of
I
him
also
for
like
Jesus.
his lightsaber better.
No, seriously.
They do, I know.
That's the thing. Like people have been like people like they'll like nobody like somebody started like this like Facebook campaign where it's like
Yeah,
nobody
it's
will share this picture of Jesus like or I bet you 99% of my friends won't share this picture of Jesus or something. And it's like most of the people who don't realize who it is are just like fucking share it.
Six.
I also like Obi-Wan's lightsaber better from the episode 1 and 2. I don't like the
different?
Yeah, because he loses a lightsaber and then he has to get another one.
Oh.
Because when they
yeah, because he
it gets-
at Geonosis. I used to play Star Wars Battlefront back before
this one,
EA started making it.
For that shite.
I
For that bullshit.
so yeah, so
I really
always
wanted
liked
to buy it though.
this new one.
The
I
new one.
haven't bought it yet. I'm probably going to.
I'd like honestly, if they get rid of all that microtransaction bullshit, like I will fucking
Which one?
Star Wars Battlefront.
I just want to
I
play
hear,
for
yeah, I hear, nah,
the,
people were not.
whatever
good.
the campaign situation is. These are eons.
Did you forget that?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Ian said
He's
he left
too
his
lazy to
dice
come
and he's
back
too
with them.
lazy to get them back.
Did you?
Yeah.
Just throw them in the dice box in their container.
Well, we're gonna probably see them on Sunday. Or Saturday. rather.
Saturday, yeah.
No, he's not gonna be there because he's working.
Oh.
Yeah, we can still bring them.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can give them to Allie.
yeah, that's true. I'll
Do you
forget.
know what I still have? I didn't forget to ship it. It's just in my pocket still.
Oh my god.
I accidentally stole it from that.
Cover girl fucking.
Um,
So what are we gonna do?
I guess we're gonna go to the
Apothecarium Nocturnum.
No,
Do you have
no.
anything else in mind that you want to do?
No,
That we could probably take advantage of while they're gone.
nothing like really comes to mind. I don't
I want
know.
to meet with like a trade boss or something.
Okay. I
See if
will.
maybe we could cut into their business.
Yes, I will follow you. I'm a bit more of a follower sometimes when I play D&D. I have the spell suggestion though, so like
That'll be
imagine.
yeah. That comes in handy.
Hopefully, I really want to use it. I want to use some enchantment magic.
You could totally.
I was
use
too
it on
scared
the-
to use it on the witch in the shop though, because she seems crazy powerful.
Yeah. Wow, I just rolled 2 nat ones right
Nice.
Good,
Was
get
it
it out of the way.
220s the other day?
here. Yeah.
Good. They don't count. So
I haven't
it's
rolled
your
these
turn.
guys ever yet, so
I think I'm gonna buy some.
hoping that-
Surprise,
Surprise,
surprise! I emerged from a different door than when I went into.
what?
No,
Are there different doors to that bathroom?
there's one in my room.
Oh, I had no idea.
Oh,
Yeah.
I really had no idea that was the
I
thing.
think you've gone into the bathroom maybe like once.
I've gone like a couple times, but I don't really pay attention. I'm not like looking around. I just go in to pee and then I leave.
Hold on.
I noticed that like when you walk in immediately, it's darker and like,
Salud.
the lights like get really dark.
Salud.
God bless you.
Many thanks
To your health.
for your health.
Yeah, I'm gonna
For your health. Whatever. La Briute.
just the walls.
Wait. Stephen Brule?
La Briute. What?
Stephen Brule's the guy that says for your health. Dr.
Oh.
Stephen Brule.
Well,
it out.
when to say bless you in Hebrew, you say to your health. La Briute.
Salud.
So,
They say for your health too. That's what salud means.
Salud means health.
oh my god, that's hilarious. I
And-
didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay. I don't know if that's in this one. No. I'm just gonna check some notes of mine.
Nose of you.
Pardon-moi. Merci beaucoup. Oh oui. Oh oui.
¿Te gusta la chapa que vive? ¿Te gusta la chapa? Oh, you don't know what that's not. Whatever.
Huh?
You don't know, Alex.
It's not in there
I
either.
don't know what that. I know that means you like something. I didn't hear the rest of it.
So, I don't have one of this that I could buy.
For an Eldritch Knights?
Okay,
You could probably borrow cards
So-
from his arcade thing.
Yeah.
you all
You're gonna buy
for those of you at the warehouse,
Me and Chiron.
Yay! And
you
my
sit
zombies.
upon couches,
Yeah, we're just kind of chillaxing.
sitting in front of the fire. A couple hours go by before you hear the door slam as your last companion leaves the warehouse.
What do you mean?
Like as they dissipate and they go to the bounty.
Oh.
You hear you hear the door slam, and then that's about. You just kind of chill for a little bit before you're like on the couches, and you're just like, fuck.
Hey, so Chiron, I was thinking.
Chiron,
It's okay. He doesn't have to know how to say it. But
Chiron.
run.
Listen, I was gonna go to the Apothecarium Nocturnum
okay.
if you wanted to kind of grow it up for a bit or something.
Go on a bro date.
Yeah, just like
Okay. That sounds good.
I mean, you could. I mean, zombies are cool or whatever. But
They usually stick out in the crowd, so maybe we should leave them here guarding.
Yeah.
it.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna head out.
Okay.
Cool.
Yalla.
Let's go.
So you all get up and
What kind of things are in the
Since I wasn't... Oh, you were there when you guys got banned from the...
Yeah.
Never mind, you say.
No, it wasn't
So there's a
that. Because I was
different
going to go there to start, be like, yo, do you know what this place is? But...
Well, how do we? You said we could talk to that person, with like a courier or something.
like a third party.
How do we do that?
Is Beatrice... that's her name, right? Our maid?
Didn't she get sent out to do a job for you guys?
I gave her gold to go buy, like, decent clothing. Because she looked like ass.
She's still out for the day.
Because she was.
Oh, so she's still out?
Yeah.
Jesus.
What about Bulgrim?
Bulgrim is
What about that orc guy that I?
Never mind. Never mind.
The same one.
Bulgrim, you guys have casing like.
Yeah, he's
area.
casing something. I'm actually gonna...
Is that the orc guy?
Screw it.
he's a half orc, I think.
What about the fearbug guy?
That's our cook.
Douglas?
Yeah, whatever. If we give him some money.
I don't think you sent him out on any tasks.
You want to try and send him?
I want to buy spells. That's what I went there for.
Okay, so I go looking for Doug.
I have a whole list of spells.
All right,
that
roll a
came-
quick
that came-
investigation check.
Both of us?
Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully. I rolled a 9.
I rolled a 10.
10.
That's okay.
Chiron,
Ken.
before you have a chance to say like Basilic is like lying on the couch and you're like in a lounge chair just like
One of the zombies.
like Basilic is just like lying. He's like, we should find Doug.
Yeah.
We should talk to Douglas about this shit. And before you're like, I think Douglas is in the kitchen. Basilic, before you could say that, you just start saying, you're like, I think, and then before you, like, as you say that, Basilic is just like, Douglas! Douglas! And you just hear from the kitchen, fucking what?
I like it.
So then I yell back at him, are you in the kitchen?
Fuck you and your mother!
Are you my father?
Maybe, you dirty fuck. What you want?
A favor.
I don't do sex things.
Not like that, you pig.
I'm a furball, asshole.
I walk into the kitchen.
Alright.
Is he in the kitchen?
He's on the kitchen. He's like
on the kitchen.
he's on one of the counters, like just lounging,
Fucking love
just like arm just like in, and he's just like flipping through a book on his stump.
Oh.
Oh, there you are. Okay, fantastic.
Fucking you're right, I'm here.
Look, so we can't.
I'm working right now. Don't bother me.
What the? I'm paying you.
I'm trying to fucking read, okay?
I'm trying to pay you a little extra so you can do me a fucking favor.
Oh, you're paying me. All right. Well,
Yeah, I'll
yeah.
throw you a couple. I'll pay you a little something.
Just puts the book down.
Listen.
He gives you his undivided attention on the counter. He like leans forward.
So we have this deal with a certain arcane shop that my friend here got us kicked out of or whatever.
You were kicked out of a place, though, did you?
Yeah.
I
Well, he did.
think it was more Darius, and definitely more of that bitch, Aurora. Not, yes?
Yeah,
Aurora?
yeah,
Okay.
Isn't he
You all are troublemakers now, aren't you?
It was just like,
You killed somebody!
Don't.
I never claimed to be morally superior. I simply have pointed out the obvious. The old pot calling the kettle black, if you know what I'm saying.
So listen here, mate. So we can't physically go ourselves.
No.
But
But you can go for us.
indeed, with Alyssa.
You're not there, first of all.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm not?
So I'm like, we can't go out there ourselves. But if I throw you a little extra gold every time I make you do these trips, there and back, you kind of be like a a middleman for this.
No.
Oh, fuck yourself, dog.
Fuck you. How much gold you got?
I'm gonna pay you 20 gold every time you go, and I'm already paying you a lot.
You're paying me 100 gold for a month.
Look, if I
You pay me 100 gold for a month
to cook, mate.
to cook for you.
Yeah,
You want me to act as a middleman with somebody that you can't meet with
right.
because your dumbass got kicked out of the fucking
Listen,
place.
dog, meet me halfway here. How much more do I?
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
You're breaking my balls here.
You're goddamn right I'm breaking
You're
the balls.
fucking huge, mate. I'm telling you.
I don't know, they're sitting in that fucking armor all day. I'm sure they fucking shrank in the heat, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Shriveled like a couple,
Not shriveled.
like a couple of Verdes raisins.
My testicles are not the topic of conversation.
Well, you made him the topic of
How
conversation.
much more?
He belches.
How much more do we need to pay you, you fucking peg-legged pirate bastard, to do the solid for us? You know I like you, mate.
So it's like, "Oh, carry the fool."
And I know you got a hobble. I know you got a hobble your ass over there. So
100 gold pieces.
on top of the 100 gold already.
Double hundreds. That's 200s.
You know what, dog? I fucking like you, mate. But I really feel like you're taking advantage of our friendship here. You know.
We're not friends, you're my employer.
Listen, man. I'm trying to do you solid.
I'm a furbolg, not a man, you racist.
I'm a half orc, okay?
I don't give a shit what you half of.
Clearly you don't give a shit, you selfish bastard.
You seem more half a man than anything else.
Oh my god. I need a fucking drink. Piss off, dog. I'll see you.
I got a keg open for you. Want some of that? He fills up a mug and he hands it to you. Here you go, my lord.
Snatch it out of his hand. Listen.
Can I
dog,
decide that I heard a large part of that conversation? Because I'm pretty sure that they were screaming at each other.
Yeah.
Listen, dog.
Why do you keep calling me Doug? I'm Doug. Douglas.
Dog.
You sound like you're saying dog.
Listen.
Dog.
Listen.
Like a barking animal.
I'm not gonna pay
I make you food and I serve you ale, you selfish son of a bitch.
I'm not gonna pay you another 100, but I'll bump it up to 160 a month. I'm meeting you halfway here, dog.
175.
170, mate.
Persuasion check. No.
Alright, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, 175, mate. A month. And you can be my middleman. And, you know, I love what you fucking cook, so fucking right.
I'm a fucking amazing cook.
Listen, are we in agreement now?
Yeah.
Alright, shake on it.
He looks down at your hand and he's like, wash that shit off. You nasty fucker. Left hand?
Oh my
That's
God.
your dick hand, you nasty bitch.
How do you fucking know that?
Everybody's left hand is the dick hand.
Oh, stranger.
Unless you're left-handed and then it's your right hand. It's very confusing.
It's that stranger danger shit.
I wouldn't know. And he fucking hobbles the stump at you.
Alright, mate. So, look. I'll give him 75 gold out of my pocket right now. He's like, here's 75 for this month on top of the 100 gold that you've already got.
And then, of course, 75 at the end of the month for my salary. Of course.
What?
What in the
This
ass?
is the Jewiest fur body.
Listen, dog.
Holy shit.
Damn.
I come in to the room.
I'll get paid at the end of the month. That's how it goes.
Didn't he already get 100?
So
That was a
he's gonna be our
signing
middleman
bonus.
for the.
It doesn't sound like he's gonna be on.
It was my signing bonus.
I see. Okay.
Look, so this was gonna. He's willing to go to the shop to be that guy, that connect.
You'll have a barge or anything to transport me that most of the way. Out of curiosity,
Large.
A barge.
a barge or a gondola.
Oh.
No.
You're gonna have to.
I see
operate
them work.
yourself.
I've heard them
For
workers
175
working on the docks outside. You, I
gold.
assume you have ships.
We have not bought a ship, mate.
You better fucking buy a ship before I go doing extra jobs for you.
Well, you know what?
Okay,
All right,
this guy's
so
spending.
This is getting
Look.
more expensive the whole time.
look, Doug.
Look, no offense to you, but unfortunately, I can't hobble around Mirkmire all by my lonesome with this fucking thing and go and buy you food and then go to wherever you fucking want in the Arcane District, which is like fucking 20 miles across.
Look, this is what we're gonna do.
20 miles.
We're gonna fucking find a horse and like something for you, like a wagon, and we'll make it happen. We'll make it fucking. I'm gonna fucking hire you a fucking
Oh, a
assistant.
fucking wagon is fine.
Alright, whatever. Alright, well,
But I'm not hobbling over to Arcane District.
Hire another person. We're just gonna have
we're
that
gonna have
person
to
do
do
that.
that. Listen, alright, Doug, you have
You
one
might
for
want to
day.
find
You know
someone
what?
to
Piss
sit.
off. Love you. See you
Some
for dinner.
crazy urchin.
Go suck a dick. We'll see you later, and I'll walk out the kitchen.
Okay, good. Let's go find a street urchin.
Go suck your own dicks, you dirty bitch.
You only had 3 urchins. You had 3 of them, right? 2?
We technically have a network because I told them every time they come
Yeah.
to us with information.
What about that bitch?
Oh,
That's
so
just
then
not
let's
even
use one
back.
of those little sparrow children.
We could hire one permanently.
Yeah.
But I'd want to do like an urchin who I can trust.
I see
Let's just
urchins.
threaten them.
Well, like to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? Like the one who
Nah.
comes to us the most. Be like, listen, man.
I'll just blind one again, and that worked out.
You
really
didn't
well.
blind a child, you blinded a prostitute.
blinded a prostitute.
What's the difference?
All right, so
What?
What?
we're gonna
Whatever.
leave. I'm
One's a
gonna,
child and one's a fully grown woman prostitute.
It'll work the same, or better actually, if it's a child.
We learned something
So-
about Chiron today.
so what I want to do is like,
Chiron.
as I'm walking out the kitchen.
Don't
I
like
have
blending
the
things.
ale that he poured me. I chug it. I'm like, okay, Chiron.
Wash that shit out, you dirty bitch.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck yourself.
Leave
man.
that shit.
I leave it on the couch, and I'm like, Chiron, let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay, yeah, I have
So-
my zombies that I have because I still have 4 walking around the thing.
what I want to do is like, walk.
Your zombies are just corralled in like the boat dry dock. They're just like,
No, I can have them I can tell them to patrol an area.
yeah, but like with the guard that you already have, you don't need zombies
Yeah,
patrolling
well,
around the property.
Top notch
No,
security
they're like
system.
just walking around the.
All right, you can say that the plate mail one, but the other 2 are not plate mail zombies, and they're just rotting nastiness. And they are fucking walking in a circle, just
In a
moaning
sun.
at each other in the fucking dry dock.
We're gonna come back from all this, and they're gonna be like. All right, so
Oh god.
what I want to look for is I want to go to like the merchant area that we had been to before, like
The Northern Market.
yeah. I want to go there and start looking there. Be like, maybe walk up to some merchant, be like, or someone on the sign, be like, have you heard of the Apothecarium Nocturnum? Like, trying to get there,
Okay.
type of deal.
Alright, because we don't know where we are.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been
Do
there.
I have a? Can I do like a history? Can I do like an investigation or a history check somewhere to figure out where this is?
Hmm?
Dog.
Can I do like a?
He's
Busted the
he's
fuck
a
out.
character.
Can I do like a investigation?
He's a character.
or a knowledge history check to figure out where the apothecarium thing is?
The Apothecarium Nocturnum.
Yeah.
Are you from Mirkmire?
No, but I also have investigation.
Okay, yeah, you can roll an investigation check.
Ooh, not good. 9. Fuck these dice. Why can't I get good dice?
I think it's just the luck, my friend.
Yeah,
Yeah, my luck is some shit.
my luck is really bad everywhere all the time.
I fell from a zip line and then building spot on my back.
Yeah, it did. But you survived.
And I looked at the thing. I did.
No one's escape out of that situation was more badass than theirs.
Yeah.
Bamfing out of the dimension.
Like,
Into another dimension.
like I was there.
Right at the climax
That was
That
of
was
Hall
pretty
of the
badass.
Mountain
That was
King.
bad.
That whole session right there was badass with the music and everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck around with that a little bit more in the future because that was pretty dope.
Okay, so my investigation check was check.
Okay.
So this charismatic half-orc is just gonna, like, you know, approach people, be like, "Oi, you heard of the Nocturnum Apothecarium? I'm looking for it."
The Apothecarium Nocturnum.
Yeah. That's what it's called, right? Apothecarium. Nocturnum.
You said Nocturnal Apothecary.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Whoopsie. I had an ale.
A very strong ale.
A very strong ale. My half-orc lineage couldn't handle it. I'm half human, half orc.
That's why. You have a human liver.
The human side is a bitch.
Yeah. That was my father. Never knew my father.
Your mom was the fucking, like, bulky orc.
I can see her be like,
My mother. So while
She
I'm
raped the shit out of your father.
while I'm talking with Chiron, I was like, you know, my mother. She was rather feisty. She was the daughter of the chief of the
holy
orc
shit.
tribe. Yeah, and she took my father.
just like,
Oh, she took him.
What do you mean?
She fucked him.
She took him to the mall for an ice cream soda.
I don't know how she got his dick hard. He was.
Oh!
But
Dick hard,
There are
dude.
some, I know that of some herbs. And
Why you gotta
stuff
say
that
dick
can-
hard,
Go ahead
dude?
in your voice. I know
she
some,
made
yeah.
him make me somehow. It was great. And
Oh.
then when he got away, he killed her. Yeah. And the Toad tribe, but he took me because he loved me, kind of.
I
He's
thought
a
you just
dick.
said you didn't know it.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh.
I was raised in a temple outside of the
Oh,
castle.
of Bane. Okay, well that makes sense.
So bang.
But he
That
spared
sounds
me.
very tragic.
He killed my whole tribe, but he spared me because I'm his son.
Okay.
That's
He's still a
horrible.
dick.
He sounds not good. I don't know.
He's a real dick.
Sounds like asshole. I don't.
Smells like one too.
That's all canon now.
Can
That was
like
bug.
if we get can you somebody needs to clip some of the shit that we say because it's fucking gold.
It smells like asshole. Sounds like asshole. Smells like one too.
Says someone. Says
Okay.
this week.
So, wait. So what are you guys doing?
So
We're trying to figure out where the apothecary
Yeah,
nocturnum is.
and he did an investigation, but it was like
It was
like
due
a
to
6
it
or
was
something
9,
like that.
yeah.
And what? So, okay, yeah. You
So then
you
I'm
like
just-
go like you just like go up to like random bums and you're just like, "Pardon me. Do you know of the Apothecarium Nocturnum?"
But
And they're like,
I wanted to approach
fucking
like
no.
I wanted to approach like maybe someone who's like got a stand or something of some kind, like maybe even food or something.
Y'all are still in the Temple District.
We're still in the Temple District.
Yeah.
Do I see anybody on this, like anybody who looks kind of like clericy or like of clergy or something like that on the sidewalk?
Roll a perception check.
Fucking A9.
9.
I wasn't really doing it anyway, so.
So, yeah. You don't
No.
see any. You just see bums. You just see heavily clothed bums moving up and down the street.
So we'll just keep walking till.
Hey, man. Could you give me a roll?
Yeah, I mean,
that's very churchy. You know.
Or wait.
You know what I'm saying?
Bring that back real quick.
I might go up to. Or I got it.
I need to make room in the cup.
We need to make some arrangements.
Maybe.
But I really
Oh,
took
man.
it.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah,
Oh, I
hope
see, I
really
see.
well. I'm gonna go up to a bum.
Oh boy, do I love apple juice.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm gonna walk up to a bum with 2 gold
Hey, son.
coins in my hand. Be like,
Yeah.
"Oi, mate. I got 2 gold coins here. If you know where the Apothecarium Nocturnum might happen to be, or someone who could help me find some place like
What was your
this."
perception check?
9. Because all I found was bums, is what you said. So that's why I got the 2 gold coins in my hand. Like,
So the person you walk up to, their hands are in heavily like long sleeved.
this guy's a fucking priest. I'm gonna still hold it out to him. Fuck it. I don't know any different, any better.
His cloak is embossed with a
Gold filigree.
with a
Look at Bob.
Look like shit. You look like
a
shit.
combination of red blue, green, white, and red that extends upon the borders of the cloak that is all black on the backside.
And to open the apple juice?
It's twist off.
Oh.
My man rolled a natural 1.
What?
No, he
Thanks for stopping by, Nettle85. We always appreciate you. Have a wonderful evening.
So, judging by like the fact that he looks kind of dressed up, this guy that I randomly like, do I know what kind of god or something he's?
Roll a religion check.
Oh, I thought I would be good at that. Nah. 6.
Am I there? Should I not do?
I don't know.
High roll, and you can make a religion check.
2 5.
6 and a 7.
Oh, fucking time to switch up my d20s.
Yeah,
Alright,
you
so-
guys,
We don't know.
This is bad.
But I'm still.
you just
holding it
stare
up
at him rubbing 2 coins in
Yeah,
front of
but-
his face.
with my fucking orky toothy grin.
His eyes. He's pallid,
Oh,
unshaven.
Oh god.
His eyes swap back and forth amongst the gold before settling on you.
shit.
Many gracias.
Gracias. Wait, did you ask me?
And he looks at you and he's like, "You do well to stop rubbing those coins in front of my face, Baneson."
It's my money.
I see my reputation precedes me.
I don't give a rat's ass who you are, but I know who you worship, and he is far inferior to my lady. Now, if you would do me the courtesy
I think in real
of
life I-
removing yourself from my path, so I may continue my pilgrimage.
I'm gonna look him dead in the eyes and be like, "What'd you say about my god? Who the fuck do you worship?"
Let me do it! Broke me out of character.
Dick.
Is it funny that I succeeded on my real life knowledge religion check for D&D?
Chiron can't figure shit out for shit.
But Alex can.
I serve the chromatic queen.
So I'm gonna spit at the ground in front of him and be like, "Fucking queen."
Holy shit.
That's sexist.
Are we about to fight?
I look him up and down. I'm like, "You go waste away on your fucking pilgrimage." And I walk past him. I'm brooding. I'm mad at this point.
And he turns and he watches you as you walk, staring at your face the entire time, a Cheshire smile curling on the side of his face. Before you walk down the street.
So I catch up with him. I think he wants to.
And as you reach the corner, he shouts, You do well to watch yourself, Baneson. This town is not meant for the likes of you." And he turns and glides down the street.
I'm mad as fuck, so I'm not really paying attention to this. To his ass. I'm kind of like mumbling, like, "Fucking dude, you should fucking clean this head off."
I'm just gonna let you talk about it just.
Alright, so
By the way, Eric, I'd like you to roll a quick religion check. Roll a history check with advantage.
okay, I'm actually gonna check. 18.
Baneson is not a term used to refer to worshippers of Bane. Not all of them, but a specific group. The Sons of Bane.
Oh shite. I'm surprised you. Okay.
And he's gone.
Okay. Good to know. Because my thing was, this is out of character, I'm asking. I used to have the black armor with the white enamel from when I was with the Sons of Bane, but I gave that to Rogar because I have the dwarven plate.
Yeah.
So that was, she realized that he realized that beyond the armor then. Like there was like something else that
he identified you as a son of Bane.
Okay, cool. Good to know. That's all I want to know. All right. Anyways, Bane will just Basilic doesn't really think he's just like he's mad because he called out his god, so he's just kind of like half orcs, super sensitive,
It's pretty touchy.
emotional.
Yeah.
And so as you continue moving through the streets, you eventually reach the northern portion of the temple district leading into the central warehouse, central market district.
Can I do another investigation check?
You may.
Can Bane I keep saying Bane.
Basilic can also do it.
Wow. Okay.
That's
This one is
sound.
8.
16.
By the way, Kobe, are you still there? Just out of curiosity, go ahead and give us a quick shout out if you are. Because I'd like to ask you a question if you are. Okay, so what were your investigation checks, guys?
Oh my god, it's getting worse.
18?
Yeah.
I am Lord.
I am Lord. Yeah.
I am Lord, yeah. So 18 and...
What did you roll?
Oh, I rolled an 8.
18 and an 8.
Yep, it's just getting worse.
Tyrone just keeps going up to people and just being like, you know where the Apothecarium Nocturnum is? And they're like, fucking no.
It's like
However,
being too
Basilic-
dumb over here.
Like traipsing through the city, like, where's the Apothecarium Nocturnum?
Basilic, you go through and you ask a couple people and they keep, giving you shit and they're not really answering your question. And this already adds to your seething rage. And then you see, scattered in amongst the crowd, a small, dirty, street urchin child.
Hey, do I recognize him?
You do not recognize them. However, from your time spent creating a small street urchin army, you think to yourself, I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of this little kid.
I guess I go.
You
beat
proceed forward,
the shit
and
out
all
of
of the fucking anger that you've had over the course of the day, you pick this little fucker up by his, cloth, rag shirt,
God damn it! This is the
and
second
you
time
take him into an
I've-
alleyway and shove him against a wall.
I've done this.
And you just scream in his face. And what do you scream in his face?
I'm sorry. I'm so mad.
Please forgive me, I'm sorry I'm behaving this way!
The Apothecarium Nocturnum. Do you know what it is? I'm frustrated.
Roll an intimidation check.
I'm good at these.
Where are the chips?
I think we finished them all.
Throw shit.
Sorry, not that
Thank you
great.
very much.
13.
He's a child. And he's
Probably pooped himself to
He's a
death.
street urchin.
He's
badass.
currently,
What
like-
do you mean?
He probably spit in your face like fuck you and then kick you in the nuts.
Probably looked at me and told me
currently,
to
like-
His eyes wide as you slam him
Hey,
against
do
the
it.
wall.
Do it.
As soon as you say, Apothecarium Nocturnum, where is it? His eyes narrow and a smile creeps across his face. And he's like, I'm sorry, sir. I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
Wow, that's a
Wow.
brave child.
That's a
That's
yeah.
a tough kid. Are there is there anybody else around us right now?
Roll a perception check.
I'm trying
Stab
to
him.
Oh, that's alright. 16.
16. You are separated in an alleyway. However, Chiron is standing at the head of the alleyway,
Okay.
just sort of looking out on the group, or on the crowd.
So I'm gonna just kind of pull out my battle axe, kind of hold it under his chin, and be like, "Listen, you little shit. Today is not the day. One more time, be forthright with me. I do take care of my own.
Is there like?
Do you know where it is?
And he looks down at your battle axe, and he looks back into your face. He says, "How well do you take care of your own?"
What?
How well do you take care of your own? Is what he said.
I'm gonna look down and I'm just like, listen, kid. I'm already paying 10 gold for information from other friends of yours in the city. I'll toss you 10 gold.
I wish friends of mine. I don't have very many friends. Was it Tootsie or Peepsy?
Son of dope.
Listen, kid.
See it.
I'm still holding it on there. Listen.
And
Wait,
you like
hold on.
jostle it up, and he just keeps looking down at it.
I throw the thing. Here. I walk up
Yeah.
and I'll just, cause I want to. Cause fuck you, that's why. I'm gonna use suggestion on this child.
Yeah.
Okay. So what needs to happen?
No, I think he's got a save.
What you have
I have the thing here.
handle?
I have it on my phone.
Oh, got it.
So, I bought the cards and then I.
I don't. Honestly, though, I think they should have like because I don't think any of the books has like a street urchin NPC character like.
Oh, really?
Breakdown?
Not
Well,
even
I
monster
don't-
manual or anything like that?
Well, Volo's has like a little kid like wizard trainee
I feel like they should have, like,
children.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a 60 on a wisdom saving throw against 14.
He does not make it.
Okay, so
Unfortunately, he does not have.
a lot of wisdom. Because
What was the save?
14.
He does not have a +9 to wisdom. So
Okay, so good. So here, my little living thing. What we're gonna do is he will promise to remove the X from your throat if you promise to take us to the Apothecarium Nocturnum, guide us there, and no harm comes of you. Cause I have to make it sound. It has to be a suggestion. Like it has to.
it has to be a reason.
reasonable
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Suggestion.
Okay, so what are you reasoning? So what are you saying
He's
again?
gonna guide us to the.
He's gonna take you to the Apothecarium Nocturnum, and then that's it.
And then that's it. And then he doesn't die.
How long does your spell last?
Up to 8 hours,
Okay, or until the thing is complete, right?
or until the action gets completed.
Okay.
And then it ends, and he doesn't necessarily know that he's been charmed. He doesn't say it.
Right.
So
Okay. So he just looks at you and he's like,
my eyes are kind of glowing.
"Oh yes, sir. I'll do that for you right away."
Great. So put him down.
Oh, so I let go and set his ass down.
He just sort of drops down to the ground.
I'm still kind of, like, fuming a little bit. When I look over at Carl, I was like, thanks. Oh, whatever. Peace.
Do you all have quicker transportation, or will this all be on foot?
On foot.
On foot.
Oh no, we could. Are there like people around who can like kind of carry us or like cart us around?
Oh yeah, you guys have never used one of those before, so go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Okay.
You can both roll one.
Oh my god.
Solid, hell yeah.
I
19.
rolled a 1.
19. You like look at the little boy and you're like, "Do you know of anything that can take us where we need to go?" He's like, "Oh yes, sir. You can rent a gondola below the bridges.
Oh, so I go do
They have
that.
little docks down there."
So I like kind of follow his lead and I'll like walk down and be like looking around for any kind of like guy who's not really.
Okay, yeah, and he just like strides down and he like walks over to an opening in the small stone divider that lies between the districts and the canals. He proceeds to the opening and down a set of steps that lead to the canals below. And you do take note of the fact that there are wet spots upon the steps, about halfway up, 3/4 up. But they seem less and less as the higher they go. And then you see down at the very bottom, there's a large stone platform where the boats are sitting.
Okay. Can I tell if that's just like from the natural tide, or does it look like some kind of magic?
It is the natural tide of Mirkmire.
Okay, cool. Just make sure. So I wanna look for the one guy who looks like he doesn't really get that much business.
Perception check.
For whatever reason.
Perception or investigation, whichever you choose.
It doesn't matter because I rolled that one.
Did you also roll a natural one?
No, I rolled a 3. So for my investigation check, it's an 8. Hold on, this is
Basilisk.
stupid. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Same roll.
What is it?
Floor counts don't count.
I know, but I want to know.
Floor
what it
rolls
is.
don't count.
I know, but I want to know what it is.
Alright.
Where did it even go?
Basilisk. You find
Tomas,
the
get
poorest looking motherfucker you can
far
find.
away.
Get it for me.
And this
I don't see
guy
It's right there.
he's so
That's
entrepreneurial
where
that
this
he's
is.
gotten his boat shaped in the shape of a swan.
Just
It seems shoddily done, the craftsmanship is shit. But it looks like a really good fucking swan. And you're like, this is the guy for me.
That's my fucking hands right there.
You stride up to him,
Oi,
and he turns to you and he's like, yes!
we would fucking like some nice passage from your fine ship.
Of course, sir! What can I do for you? You want to go somewhere? I'll take you there immediately.
I look at the little urchin, I'm like, where do I tell him to take us?
He's like, Old Town, sir.
So I look back at him, I'm like, Old Town it is, mate.
I can take you to Old Town, no problem, real quick. Just for you.
Yeah, for all three of us.
50 gold per person.
What?
Yo,
I'm
They're
convinced.
related, though.
I am
Oh.
utterly convinced that this is my man. Like,
He's the cheapest in town. Nobody else has a better price than me.
he's the same guy with the horses? Probably.
50 gold per person.
so that's 150.
Many thanks for me to you.
I pull out the 150 and I just.
This
hand
isn't
it to him.
Arab.
Definitely not.
This is definitely not.
I hand him the 150, man, because I am convinced.
This is some shit that real life taxi drivers in Israel try to do.
I'm like, yeah. It's a
This
little
guy-
couch. I'm like,
And this guy appears to be he's
An Arab.
he's not an Arab.
Jesus Christ. He's allowed to
no.
say that.
He's I don't know if he's allowed to say that.
True.
I like Arabs.
Jesus.
Okay?
Don't defend yourself on the stream.
No, Arabs are warriors.
Anyway, let me think. What race is this guy? This guy appears to be he is a bird. He's turn the oh wait, the fan is on.
That's even a stronger stream.
It improves the stream quality.
More powerful.
Stream quality in there improves stream quality in here.
He was not lying. He really had to pee that.
Yeah, it's like a cascade of pee.
And this individual appears different from the bird individuals that you've dealt with before, who merely squawk and caw mimicries at you. This person actually this individual appears to be fully capable of speech, and he is decked out in a fine pageantry of multiple chromatic colors upon his fur, as well as small bits of cloth that are tucked in that accentuate the colors.
Is this our transport guy?
Yeah.
Jesus, this guy's decked out.
He's like, yeah. He's like basically the most expensive person you could have gone for.
That one, bro. That one's.
From me
he's
to
like
you,
a
best
fucking-
price in town.
He's like a fucking macaw person.
I look over at Karen, I'm like, I got the best deal in town.
And I can't like know that it's not, right?
It's 150 gold per person.
Oh my, no. What?
What?
Hold
Or
on.
for everybody, pardon me. I misspoke. My beak is not what it used to be. I'm old man. I'm old bird. For you.
Yeah, I had already paid him. I gave it to him. I
You
marked it
give him 150 gold.
Yeah, I marked it
Alright.
off already.
Well,
Come on, come aboard.
he better.
Bulky man and creepy human and little baby.
Little baby.
I kind of like kick the urchin into the shit.
I like
Come on.
him though. Can we should employ him, but for less money.
And as he turns the swan ship around in the canal, he begins paddling up, and he's like, he starts speaking in a language that you guys do not understand, the language of his people. Eventually, he
Can I
begins.
do like some sort
He
of knowledge
begins.
check to figure out what the fuck he is?
He starts whistling and squeaking in another language that sounds very avian in nature.
Basilic feels so much better. He's like, he's having a good old time.
He's like,
How you do it down? You like it? You like Mirkmire? You here?
Oh,
you live?
This is a good town. Yeah.
You live in this town?
Yeah.
We do.
doing
Me,
it.
I
Yeah,
also
no.
live in this town.
oh, okay.
I live in foreign quarter.
Oh, no
Oh,
way.
yes, so
I would
nice.
have never guessed that.
You like steering this boat.
It is a wonderful. I love it. I love you. I love
Sounds
you.
like Daisy.
I love your little baby. It's fun times.
He's
He continues down the.
You don't sound like Daisy. Yeah, I love
Did you come to this place with this boat? Or-
I come here with this boat. You are funny man. You are funny creepy man. No, I make the boat.
Oh, that's very impressive.
It's a boat of my people.
A swan boat?
Yes. Although normally we fly.
Can I tell
Oh.
what kind of what race he is?
Yeah.
Roll an intelligence check.
Maybe if I roll it on the table.
Natural 20.
Nope.
He's an Aarakocra.
That's what I figured.
What?
Aarakocra.
They can speak,
They
Okay.
are intelligent avian.
but they can't.
They're an intelligence avian species. You're thinking of Kenku. Kenku are the crow people,
Okay.
which I have adopted to also feature other birds. However, Kenku and Aarakocra are kind of two edges of the same coin. One is intelligent and
Because the
accepted
Aarakocra-
in society, and Kenku are sort of lower ends of society. And
The
they don't.
Kenku are the ones that like have to mimic
Yes.
sound.
Aarakocra, however, have full grasp of speech.
Does he also look like a swan man?
No, he looks like a he looks like a he appears like crow-like. Like he's got like a long beak and it's hooked, but his feathers are dyed. And or actually shit, well fuck it. Yeah, you notice that his feathers are dyed to match the finery that he's secured into his plumage. But he is naturally all white, and there you see notes of gray beneath the colors.
Cool. I look over at it. I'll like lean over to Kyra and was like, he's an Aarakocra. I've heard of him.
Yes, that is my people.
We eat them back home.
Oh, shh.
What?
We eat you back home too. It's wonderful.
I like this guy.
As he continues, like, oh, somebody, oh.
Bass is just
He
kind of
continues. Nah.
Alright.
Okay.
Bass doesn't say anything until we get to Old Town. At this
Yeah, I
point.
guess
He's just
we
kind of
probably
enjoying
could've
it.
just. I kind of get the
chilling.
sense that if we ask this guy any question, he'll just answer. If it's about him.
As he continues up the canals, you pass beneath the great elevator. You pass beside the remainder of the Central Market District as you reach the Old Town docks. And he stops along the dockage. This for you! This stop! I make it! Quick time for you!
Yeah. It's a good deal, though.
It's best deal in town! Nobody beat! Just for you!
And
Yeah.
no one else but you.
Yeah. I did good. Oh, my friend, what's your name? For the record?
My name? I don't have a name.
Oh, okay.
I haven't come up with a name
Can
yet.
I just... Can I
Hold on, let me do a random name for you.
There's all kinds of names in the
El Pollo.
cat guy.
El Pollo.
El Pollo.
My name is Vashid.
Everything that you're doing is making him sound more and more Middle Eastern.
I've given up to it at this point.
Bashi.
Rashid.
Now he sounds Persian. That sounds like a Persian name.
Rashid,
My name Rashid for you.
One last question, Rashid.
Bashi for you.
I like you a lot. You
I like you. I love you. I love you.
You gave me a great deal here.
For you, next ride, 140 gold piece.
Fucking A. So look,
I'm gonna take him and we're gonna leave.
real quick though, before he pulls me on, he's like, I bet you hear a lot of she say, or I hear from,
I hear many words from everywhere.
how much would, if have you ever taken the Pirate King around somewhere?
The Pirate King and no touch. No man. I'm not in my boat.
Oh, okay. Any trade guild bosses, anything like that?
Trade boss, every day for you.
Every day, okay.
He sounds like Marie.
What if,
Yeah, a little bit.
because I like gossip. I like to hear what's going on around town.
Words, great for you. For me, great words too.
How much to hear these words, perhaps?
Words from me to you,
Yeah,
200 gold pieces.
a month.
Everyone's
Every day for you.
Oh,
every day.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait moment. And he kind of goes to the end of the boat and he just sort of like squawks to himself for a second. He comes back. You men, for you. Half men, half whiny beach. For you.
I think so.
What the fuck?
It's word for use. For you.
That's blindness. No, I'm joking.
I look at him like, I don't know how to take that machine, but okay, yeah. What are you trying to say to me?
Is what people call me in foreign district is word for friend. No?
Yeah.
Whiny bish is friend.
Yeah.
For me, for whiny bish, for you.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
Information.
Yeah.
100 gold piece. Per day.
A day?
A day?
50% off. For
A
you.
day?
50% off.
You can pass that deal.
Look, Rashid. What if I just pay you 100 gold every time I like some information? Like, I'll pay you 100 gold right now, and if you have any information on, say, Trade Boss, Ungana, and anything that you've heard recently about him.
Trade boss Ongano for you. 110 gold piece. Deal of the century for you.
Just for right now,
It's a
whatever
good
you
business,
got,
man.
whatever you've heard right now, I'll pay you 110 gold right now. For whatever information you get. I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
You give him 110 gold pieces.
Yeah. I'm just
Trade
gonna-
boss Ongano, very rich man. Very rich man. He live in warehouse district.
Which warehouse did you hear? You dropped them off, I'm assuming.
No,
No.
never drop him off.
I thought you said he was been in your ship before.
I say no such things. I say trade boss, trade guild, sometimes. Trade boss Ongano, specific. But I know of him. I know of him for you. For 110 gold pieces, I tell you this. He started working with some people recently. Some people who rubbed the Pirate King wrong way. Big people. Fighter people. Get the wrong attention, it seems. I've heard whispers from my riders of these people. Nasty, nasty people.
Oh.
They do fight, they do kill, they do shit.
They
for,
do shit.
for Ongano.
I really like this guy.
Rashid, my friend, I appreciate the information.
I appreciate you. For you, 130 next ride.
Oh, this guy.
more money than
I'll see you soon. We walk.
It's the sound of my people appreciation for you.
I look at the little urchin and I'm like,
So Urchin's gonna be like,
I'll look at Kyra and I was like, get this little shit to get us to where we need to go before.
He's gonna take us. The
Blow
spell's
my
still
wad.
working.
I'm about to blow my wad.
I blow wad on you for every day.
Thank you, Rashid. Have a great day.
Rashid, love you.
Okay, thank you very
And as
much.
Chiron pulls me away too, I'm gonna like quietly, like so, trying not to let Rashid hear me, whisper to Chiron. I was like, I think he was talking about us.
Oh, I think my phone died. Never mind. I'm sorry. My phone died.
Oh shit.
IRL.
but she
I
doesn't
think he
know.
was talking about us, and we might have been made.
He was definitely talking about us. I don't know if he made us. So I don't know.
We need to figure out a way to set this straight.
She?
And take.
You kill me, I kill you. It's great time.
I'm whispering.
You whisper like loud baby man.
Let's get out of
Alright,
here.
let's go. He's like a fucking car alarm right now.
Got like a tension
Like a screaming child in a
Getting
public
worse.
place.
We need to leave.
I look at the urchin. I'm like, come on! I kick him in the behind. I'm like, come on!
Alright, so the urchin's gonna take us
Before I
away
kill
now.
you,
Yeah.
little shit.
You don't need to threaten him anymore. He's under an enchantment.
I don't care.
He's like, oh yes, sir, no problems for me. I love it.
Love it. Do it.
I don't know why that came across so.
Because it's a 26-year-old man speaking from the perspective of a child. I love it. That's why it came across as creepy.
It's like their segment was like the action segment, and then our segment is like the comedy segment. We're the comedic relief of the stream. I love
I
it.
like him.
I'm so about it.
I
Let's
don't
go.
want to kill him because.
Bashid?
We're not gonna kill
Bashid,
him.
yeah.
I like Bashid.
Yeah, I like
Bashid's very
He's
loud
hilarious.
though.
I
He's
hope
loud
we
as
see him
fuck.
again.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're following this little street urchin. wherever
Okay,
it takes us.
so the street urchin proceeds up the stairs leading into Old Town. And it's very different from what you've experienced it as before, because the last time you moved through Old Town, it was nighttime, you guys were going through the bars, you were getting shithoused. It was different.
Oh, yeah.
But now you take note of the fact that it's just very civilized. There's people moving about, but they seem to be a little bit more straight-laced. They're very proper and polite to the individuals that they come across. As opposed to the remainders of the city, which appear to be very chaotic and everybody's doing whatever the fuck they want, and as long as they adhere to the rules, it doesn't even matter. But the old town is very... seems to be a higher class area of the city. So, you proceed through following this child. And eventually you find yourselves sitting in a small square, tucked behind a large building. A large 3 to 4 story building with a matching building across from it. However, the internal areas of this building, sitting around the fountain, do not appear to have windows. As the child approaches the fountain, he walks up and he puts his hand on it. And he's like, "Here, sir. Here for you. I'm sorry. Here, this is the thing for you." I started talking like Rashid. It's a very intoxicating way of speaking.
Okay, so this is it.
This is the entrance.
Okay,
I don't even acknowledge the kid. I just keep walking in.
okay. So you walk in.
Yeah.
You walk into what? The fountain? You step into the fountain? His hand is on the fountain.
Oh, his hand is on the fountain?
Yeah.
I thought he was pointing at like a door. So it's just the two things with.
There's the 2 3 to 4 story buildings with the internal portions of them like closed off, and then there's the fountain, and he has his hand on the fountain, and the fountain is like in the face of like somebody just sort of like somebody dying like an agonizing death, just like you see the statue, just like perfect rendition of somebody just writhing in agony, just.
There's like water coming out of the mouth and stuff.
There's water coming out of the eyes and the nose and the mouth, and it's just dribbling down the face, down the portions of the body that writhe, and it continues down the legs and pours into the fountain below.
Got it.
So, where is it?
This is the entrance, sir.
So how do we get into it?
I don't know, sir.
I'm gonna pull out the dagger, like that poison dagger, and just take a wing at it. Basil's gonna submerge it under the water or something, just to see if anything happens.
So you walk up to the fountain and you submerge your poison dagger under the water. You wait 5 seconds. 10 seconds. 15
Can
seconds.
I do a knowledge
Nothing happens.
arcane?
Nothing happens, by the way.
Okay, so I'll just pull it out and just shoot it again.
Okay.
Knowledge arcane check?
You can make an Arcanum check, yes. Arcana check.
Can I do like a perception for like if I notice any kind of like buttons or anything like that?
It's unreal.
Like maybe anything that'll trigger it.
Playing this game is so annoying.
Investigation check.
Sometimes.
Yeah, because the rolls really fuck you.
Yeah, like always. You can't do anything.
Natural 20.
Wait, what?
I didn't notice what was playing until I rolled the nat 20.
Start running.
As you proceed around the fountain, you begin pushing stones. You begin ripping shit off. You walk up to the statue and start shaking her tits. And you're just like, why do I open you?
I'm so subtle.
And you're punching shit and you're just
Can I do
fucking
it?
breaking the
Can I-
fountain. Just You've had such a rough goddamn day.
Oh my god!
You're just fucking wrecking this goddamn fountain. You're splashing around in it. At some point, you start noticing people at the edge of the roadway leading from this square on the other side of the building, stopping and looking down at you like weird, like
I rolled a nat 20.
like what the. And you're just like, God damn it! How do I open you, you piece of shit? Bang, damn it! And as you continue,
That's not nat 20?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
you're just beating the shit out of stuff because you can't figure it the fuck out.
Chiron's just probably on the side like.
Like this, like,
Hyrone and the child are watching you.
kind of like,
As the fountain slowly begins to slide to the side, as 3 people emerge, all of whom wearing cloaks, and they just start staring at the rest of you, and they're just like, who the fuck are you? And who the fuck are you being in the fountain?
I'm just gonna like.
You broke the shit out of the fountain!
I'm looking for the fucking Apothecarium Nocturnum. God damn it! And then I go and I kick a stone.
The stone slams across the side of the building as they're like, he's fucking down there, mate. Are you fucking serious right now?
Down where?
Down the steps that we just fucking came up.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
Fucking A.
You just got a tweaking nipple, you son of a bitch. Nobody told you that.
Nobody told me nothing.
He looked down at the little kid and he started giggling to himself.
The kid?
Yeah, the little kid.
What the fuck?
He didn't know. It's not like he knew, but he's just giggling to himself. He's like, all you gotta do is tweak a nipple.
Well, now he knows.
I look over at Kyle and I'm like, let's fucking go. Taking a deep breath because like I'm kind of exhausted from beating the shit out of a fountain. Like,
As the three of them like continue up, they just look at you and they're just like, "What business do you have at the Nocturnum?"
I pull out the dagger, like I unsheath it and I hold it in both hands. I'm like, I really want to know why I was told to come here to figure something out about this dagger.
Persuasion check.
Oh, I'm scared of which dice to use. God dang it. That is a 12.
They look down at the dagger and they look at you. They look down at the dagger. They're like, "Whoever sent you here sent you to the right place, it would seem. Proceed down the steps.
Let me go.
And do be careful. You don't want to get lost in the sauce, you know what I'm saying?"
No, I don't know.
And they walk away.
I'm probably going to call it.
Yeah.
And it is at this point, ladies and gentlemen, that as Basilic and Chiron proceed down the steps into the Apothecarium Nocturnum,
Somehow.
we will call tonight's session. Thank you so much for tuning in, those of you who are still watching. I don't know how many of you there are. My phone is dead.
Yeah,
But as always, we appreciate the views. If you like tonight's episode, go ahead and give us a follow. If you want to give us some constructive criticism, go ahead and, well, shit, I actually don't know how the best way to contact us is. You can probably message us on YouTube, I guess. I don't know. Or you could just... Oh, Discord. Yeah, join the Discord. It's linked underneath of the chat description, or, sorry, the channel description. If you want to take a clip of tonight's show, go ahead and do so. We love clips. Tune in on Sunday for War God's Hold. That's going to be, actually, Sunday, by the way, guys, is going to be, I think we're going to do levels 18 and 19.
Holy shnikes.
And then after that, we're going to have a level 20 episode.
For
Hopefully, yeah, we're going to have a level 20 episode.
Shit.
Truman of War God's Hold is going to be designing a special, unique event for level 20. He's going to hand draw a map for us. He's going...
That's when,
Is
this
one gonna
Sunday?
No. That's going to be in like 2 weeks. But this Sunday is level 18 and 19 of War God's Hold. Actually, I think I'm designing the level 18 event. So, as you can tell, I clearly haven't done that. But I shall, and I'll make it fucking amazing for you guys, as I always do. But yeah. By the way, we got the stream boss. Go ahead and try to kill it. Each follow is 5 points. When we get down to 0, the follower who kills it gets to decide its fate. Its fate. This week, or this session's boss is a goblin lord, little goblin lord, just hanging out.
Chilling, dog.
We're currently using Stream Boss from Streamlabs, so we can't edit the name, but if we could, I'd make a name for it. I'd make it more unique, but unfortunately it seems to only have our stream name and the stream card.
Yeah, maybe that
But
has-
hopefully within the future we can change that around. But I don't know. If you have a suggestion about what would be better than that, go ahead and hit us up in the Discord. Special announcement, by the way, for those of you who like to watch people play video games on Twitch, Eric and I, within the coming weeks, are going to be setting up a little special thing for you on our off nights, where we're going to stream some games for you. Eric will play his games. I believe that's Overwatch specifically, right?
I'll try to mix it in. I'll try to throw in maybe some like some Need for Speed or something.
All right.
Or some Fortnite.
All right.
Mix it up.
Wait, do you play Fortnite on PC?
I play it on PS4.
Okay, yeah. So you're fucking
Otherwise, I would be
inferior.
on PC.
Nobody caught my joke, and I feel like a dick. So yeah, Eric plays Fortnite and Overwatch. I will be playing things like Heroes of the Storm, World of Warcraft. I'm actually probably gonna get it back into Shadow of War pretty soon. I'm just waiting for that second screen for the holidays. You know what I'm saying? I'm winking the wrong eye. There we go. Double winks. But yeah, as always, thank you for tuning in. And from all of us here at Lords of Verathis, we love you. We appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great Have a great next couple days until Sunday.
Buenas noches.
Buenos noches, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between.
Achaidh.